The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
Oh, dang, I thought you were going to start us in the middle of that.
Well, who knows what that was now? Like, we just got a mention of that, and that could have been anything. So let them ask questions, I guess. Let them speculate. Let them theorize about all the worst possible things that could have been, Ian. Very inconspicuous.
Yeah, it's an ARG. If you want to find out, find the ARG online.
All right, well, who wants to introduce?
I already did, so, someone else has to obviously follow up that amazing, intro.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunset City, the Sonic podcast for the classic and modern age. I'm one of your hosts, Gotta Be Frank, and I'm joined by Channel Dog. That is very difficult for me to get used to. I've been calling you Pup for months.
It's not even an identity thing. It really doesn't matter. If you gotta call me Pup, you can call me Pup. Like,
all right, Channel Dog.
Okay, great, perfect. See, let them call you Pup, and they'll call you Dog. Just a matter of giving leeway, but that doesn't apply to all situations. Please be advised.
We also have Ian with us.
Hey, thanks for having me back again.
And who Channel Dog calls the worst person in the world, but obviously Channel Dog is lying about that. Tom Topics.
Real gaming hours. Yay,
Jesus.
hello.
You didn't have to just brown nose him like that, man. Like,
what do you mean?
Ian, what do you mean thanks for having me? You're a member at the moment, remember?
I always forget.
It's all good. It's all good. Gonna do a little bit of house cleaning here. Housekeeping.
Okay.
There's a little bit of dust.
Do you need me to read it, or?
There's a little bit of dust on Dylan's chair. I'm not sure if he's showing up today.
Oh, yeah, no, he had to, I had to send him into his room. He was being facetious.
Well, all right, then. Just know that if you do send in the super chat, it's going to be read at the very end of the episode. So,
by Dylan. Nah, it's a joke.
I mean, if he does show up at some point, he can join us in reading them. And also, our show is also brought to you by the patrons over on... I don't have the link. I am so sorry about that part.
Okay, you got it. I mean, you do have the link. It's where it always is.
Oh, no, I do have it. Actually, wait, hold on. I do at patreon.com.
All right, so the following...
Sunset City tip
No,
jar.
no, not that. It's on the document, remember? Because the thing is, you have to sort them if you do it straight off of Patreon.
Well, I mean, I wanted to thank our Patreon members.
You want to thank them all?
Tier.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to do it, go for it.
No. I think you've got a system in place here. I'll be checking that you got all the names. Yeah.
Well, if our document is up to date, then our bat enjoyers are My Great Rolls, Ven 101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SB and SP, and KB.
Right, so what you were saying about my precious document being outdated, you could take that back, Mr. Guy, because it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, down to every last detail.
You know what?
Examine the list.
I mean, sometimes our topics are not up to date.
Well, they're up to date.
Oh wait, no,
today.
that was from last week.
Yeah, we had a whole thing for Rumble talk last week. Today, I'm going to spare you that, because no one likes talking about Rumble, and no one likes listening about Rumble. So unless we absolutely have to, and there's a gun to our head, we will not be talking about Sonic Rumble.
You'll have to look to your left.
I just see my radiator. What of it?
You see that barrel right there?
There's no barrel.
Right there. We're talk about Sonic Rumble. No, we're not.
It's a barrel of fun. No, I've actually got
well, I mean, to be fair, the new... Party Rumble mode that they introduced has been a lot of fun to play, so...
I'm yet to try it. I just hate the fact they changed the name and never want to play it again because of that. I hate when...
You can't find it on the App Store anymore.
No, I just hate when things change their names, because like it's easy to find at one point and then suddenly it's difficult to find, and you're kind of expecting people to adjust to a really silly little change, like...
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, they lost me. Sega Hardlight, they lost me when they released... They rebranded the Speed Battle to just Sonic Forces. Now I don't know which one it is. Am I going to see Infinite go, I am not weak? Or am I going to actually play a racing game?
Yeah, but just name changes are fucking stupid. Like, that's just what
sometimes they're necessary. Other times it's just why. Any game that calls himself something 2 and then just reverts back to that original thing, Overwatch, Warzone.
Overwatch, yeah.
I tell you what, I can appreciate the Sonic Forces thing because it means that rather than a completely below average console game being considered Sonic Forces, a kind of a little bit above average mobile game is Sonic Forces.
I would have just called it Sonic Speed Battle.
Yeah, but it's a way of redeeming Sonic Forces, isn't it? It's like, hey, look, it's Infinite from that mobile game, Sonic Forces. And I mean, to be fair, I think the mobile game has more input than the console title, so...
It's made more money, I believe. So
I remember actually hearing about that one kid that it made like Sonic Rumble the most financially successful Sonic game of all time when he like maxed out one of his parents' credit cards on there or something.
Oh jeez.
I learned it from a Premi Doremi video. But like, yeah, no, that was that was a very profitable venture. But we have got some little topics before we get into some really, really big stuff today because yeah, there's big stuff today. But before we go into any of that, I feel compelled even to make a retraction. As in a previous episode, I regurgitated some misinformation about Kristen Bell, stating that she was affiliated with PETA, by which I mean the animal psycho people.
Not Griffin.
No, I wish. She, is associated with a lot of animal welfare groups, yes, but not PETA. And now that I think about it, that's, like, good and stuff. And also the whole, like, document signing thing, apparently that wasn't a thing either. So, yeah, that's a lesson to me to not just run with any old shit you hear. Don't be impulsive, check your sources. Empire State Photographic Department confirms it. So I want forgiveness, and I'm going to get religion. There we go.
Well, you had me up until you said religion. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
It's a Spider-Man 3-bit, bro. No need to take it there.
It just reminds me of like all the channels that somehow screw themselves over, and then it's like, all right, you know what? Religion. Those are just weird channels.
Well, that reminds me. Yeah, there's a certain someone out there that used to find religion, but I'm not going to talk about that. I promised. So. Okay.
At the very least, find Bad Religion. That's a good band.
I saw that they were advertising some new Sonic Rewind merch. This time dedicated to the 2010s. Still, this was posted on their Facebook and stuff. Not Facebook, their Twitter. But like the initial art piece they released, I'm like, what about this specifically is the 2010s? It's like it's got one of Robotnik, like with a little quote next to him. It's got one of the different characters and stuff, and they're still like, oh, it's part of the 2010s rewind, but I'm like, but where? I want to see if I can get the picture up just to kind of showcase what I mean. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that.
Even I'm a little confused on this because I'll be real, I haven't kept up with like any of the merch stuff they show, so I don't know what Sonic Rewind is. Right,
okay, so the thing they're leading with here, the thing they're leading with is internet energy. I'll put it in the bounce back.
That's a great explanation of it.
I'll put it in the bounce back, and I'll put it on the stream as well. But it's just like, I don't see how any of this is specifically 2010s. In fact, there's a t-shirt here that has Sonic Origins cutscenes on it, and that's certainly not 2010s. And then you've got... And then you've got Easter and springtime merch, and I'm pretty sure Easter and springtime existed outside of the 2010s. In the case of Easter, at least BC. Don't know about spring because climate change and all. And then there's one of the Chaotix case files, and it's like, okay, Infinite's on there, sure, but how is that 2010s? I don't know if you guys in the bounce back are checking it, but
It's a very confusing merchandise line.
I'm looking.
Yeah, it's just like, it's 2010s in the most loose sense. And I get it. You want to bury the 2010s. Like, don't we all? But, like, if you... I don't know. Like, where's the Sonic Lost World t-shirt? Where is the Sonic Lost World t-shirt? As I'm saying that out loud, I'm realizing now that's a bad idea. But, like...
Where is the Sonic Lost World t-shirt?
I want my...
Boom Rise of Lyric t-shirt.
I mean, I would get a Sonic Boom shirt in a heartbeat. Just...
Where is
just to represent?
Yeah, you could do the Knuckles approved meme T-shirt. There you go.
Yeah, you could have meme approved.
Oh, boom again.
Or if they wanted to channel internet energy, where the fuck is Pingus Robotnik? Like, none of this is bad merch, but I'm like, how is it 2010s? And as Penguin says, where's the Zavi Zedek t-shirt? He's in the chat right now.
Also, where's Dr. Eggman's evil ham?
Yeah, where's Evil Ham? I mean, Orbot and Qbot would at least be like, because, you know, they were established.
Oh, dude, like an Orbot and Qbot, they have them as figures at this point. Pretty sure they should.
I don't think they have action figures of Orbot and Qbot now that I think about it.
Sega?
That is
Leave
weird,
money
though,
on
because
the
I think
table.
that would be like a funny thing to put on your shelf.
When you think about it,
Like-
nobody tells Sega's copyright department, but we've actually got a piece of 2010 Sonic merch on our Teespring because there's that horribly bit-crushed image Frank thought was acceptable to send us that I figured, let's see if we could put that on a shirt and sell it.
Oh.
I'm
And it went
waiting.
through.
I'm waiting for the cease and desist on it. And it just hasn't come through yet. I think they might be aware this picture's in like 140p, so is it even recognizable anymore? The name of the t-shirt?
No one's gonna...
It's called A Perfectly Adequate T-shirt.
You could use it as...
Amazing.
I would say make a mouse pad out of it. A perfectly adequate mouse pad.
It's just so funny as well because like it's not even a bit crushed image of anything good. It's just the pre-order bonuses of Sonic Forces.
You know what's funny? that version of Sonic Forces, I have it on Xbox One, and I can't find my copy whatsoever.
Oh.
We call that a fortunate incident.
Well, I mean, I was gonna stream it like on Monday. Instead, I ended up playing the PC version.
You nearly had
which was
infinite
worse
fun.
somehow.
All right, I've actually found the adequate T. Hang on, wait. It's called an adequate image classic T. All right, I'll put it in Sunset as well, or Bounce Back, and then I'll put it on the stream.
I'm gonna send him bit crushed images from now on.
Yeah, the man just wants me to commit copyright infringement. You know, you don't know.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of the merch that they do have for the 35th anniversary, I'm on their Amazon page.
I'm glad
Okay.
because none of it's available in the UK, so I wouldn't be able to get it even if it did look good.
Like, I will say this: like, none of it is stuff I would buy. I don't know. Maybe the hat.
You know, I would get a canvas print of that final episode of Chaotix Case Files' poster. Like,
Yes. Holy crap.
with
The
infinite
art that they use for
yeah.
Chaotix Case Files looks so good.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, yeah, like, absolutely. Especially that final episode with just infinite looming there like that. It's so sick. And, like...
Infinite luring there.
Because he's just got such a cool design that translates so well to art, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Like, yeah, the Rewind merch is just very funny to me, because, like, are we gonna... Is this the standard, then? Is it gonna be like when the 2000s rocks around, it's just gonna be Sonic with the caption, "Hit me, baby, one more time"? Actually, I kind of want that.
I don't want that.
No, I kind of do. Like, Britney's music was like a movement.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Are we discovering new things about you right now, Pop? What is this?
I don't think that's a new thing. I think everybody knows that, like, everybody enjoys the 2000s work of Britney Spears. Like, Toxic, come on, it's a banger. It's about you. Except, no, it's not. I was thinking about the other lyrics. I was thinking about the title, but I wasn't thinking about the lyrics.
I didn't even react when Pup said it because it just seemed like so obvious that I thought everyone had thought about it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I'm getting predictable. I need to change it up. I need to change my shtick. Okay, well, before Frank tells me it's about time. No, go on, Frank, go on.
Well, no. So, like, since we're still on the topic about merch, the Tails doll
Oh, yes.
has been seen at GameStops, and I believe they're about, like, what, $40 US?
But do you know the problem with GameStop?
They're
They
GameStop.
suck.
They didn't stop the games.
No. Corporations did.
I hate that, like, I sometimes blink for comedic purposes and then realize that blinking is not making the little ding-dong noise that it does in the cartoons. It would just be so much easier communicated via an audio podcast, but never mind, I guess. But yes, the Tails doll...
We got a soundboard in here, you know, we got soundboards.
We could get that, yeah. But the Tails doll thing is huge. And I don't think it's going to be available in the UK because, again, we don't have GameStop here. Fucking fuck me, am I right? Fuck me for having the audacity to be
just
born
sell
here.
them at Game or something. Come on, Sega.
Well, Game is
Well,
actually
Europe as a whole.
well, actually, when I think about it, GameStop maybe did stop the games because Game is actually kind of like all of their
Game stopped.
remaining, yeah, all their
your game is gone.
all
Game
their
is gone
remaining
entirely, actually, yeah.
like mainline stores .exe have stopped working, but they still have the ones that are inside the Sports Direct, which is where I got my new shoes today. I don't know why I feel like telling everyone I got new shoes today, but like I got like new trainers.
You got new shoes.
I haven't really bought myself shoes in a very long time, you know. It's just, it feels quite like, I don't know, there's a certain solemnity to it.
Okay, well, I think the Tails doll stuff, the Tails doll must be in stores only because I don't see it on their website at all.
He smells like mint apparently too. He's mint scented, and he's got a little zipper
I
on the
wouldn't
back,
want
and you can stuff things inside of him.
Oh, so you could just make him a puppet?
I mean, theoretically, yeah. Or you could, I don't know,
Yeah.
put like books in there.
I figured like I would just attach strings to his hands and just kind of marionette him around.
Oh, I'd put a brick in him and throw it at you.
Up if a very heavy Tails doll goes through your window. That was
You know
me.
what? I'm gonna fill it with the one thing heavier and harder than brick: laundry detergent.
Oh god. Oh no.
Yeah, that'll be the end.
Actually, no. If you put the right kind, that's gonna be
powder.
a problem for me.
Powder stuff.
If you put the right kind, that'll be a problem for me.
Why, you got allergies?
Apparently I do.
Well, now I'll know not to buy the anti-allergy, that one. I'll know not to get that.
Right. Okay, I'll make sure to put like grease in mine. So I
Hey,
can just throw it through your window.
hey, bringing
Hey,
OCD
hey.
into this is a low blow, bro. That's
Hey.
biological warfare and psychological warfare all at once.
Oh, but something that I could potentially be allergic to. Something I could be allergic to. That's not biological warfare. Okay.
Well, no, because it benefits me, so therefore it's not any kind of
warfare
warfare.
for thee,
That
but not
is,
for me.
it's called benevolence. Benevolence to myself in defeating you. And everyone's got to love themselves. That's like what they tell you in like therapy and all that. So like, if I'm benevolent towards myself, that's the path to love. And by being benevolent, I have to be malevolent to you. And that's how psychopaths are born, now that I think about it.
Yeah, you're detailing a very different story right here. This is not what I would call what you're trying to call it. Stop trying to be whatever it is you're trying to be, because it ain't it.
Give
No,
up.
It's just been a long time since Dylan was consistently on the show, you know, and like, he was one of the founding members of the good era of Sunset City. So like,
So true.
It's
before we start.
it's just hard, okay?
Before we slander the
I just
old
can't do
cast. Before we start taking shots at the old cast, it's Jack's Pacific that's doing the Tails doll plush. So there you go.
Oh, well, you said before
yeah,
we
it
do,
is
so I'll
$40
be
US.
expecting you to take some shots now.
I'm good. I got nothing to say.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Mr. Parker. No one knows the next line, do they? Like, what?
No.
But those are the ones that are best broke or something. I don't
No,
know.
but those are the best kind, is the line. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Awful way,
We'll move
what
on
an
to the
awful way
next.
to end a film.
No. It was a love wins kind of deal. It was a love wins kind of deal. I understand the optics of it, but
Yeah, the optics are kind of messed up.
yeah,
but-
I agree. The optics are a little iffy, but I appreciate what they were trying to do. I personally think it would be the most Spider-Man thing ever if he just took the L and went web swinging off. But like, I get what they wanted to do here. They weren't trying to do the whole Tobey Maguire thing where they, you know, they'll have a complicated relationship in the second movie, except they did exactly that. It doesn't matter. It's not hurting anyone anymore. We can like it for what it is, okay?
Oh my god, you're right. They do have it smelling like mint.
We can laugh.
No, I just said that for no fucking reason, Frank. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say a lot of things for no reason.
That's not fucking true. You just can't find reason in it because you're very silly. We'll move on to the next little topic, okay? We'll move on to the next little one.
Don't make fun of Tom like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
Hang
true.
on, what?
He's a tiny little guy.
Tiny. I'm sorry. No. No, you are hallucinating now. You're the one that's hallucinating.
No, you could be taller than you are, is what I'm saying.
It's okay. Pup's just a little guy.
I'm just a silly little guy, a little bit, as Dylan said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. All right. Okay, that's enough tangents for this hour. Let's Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
Tangents will return at 8.
Well, actually, no. I don't think we're
quota.
done here. I want to hear what Ian thinks of the Sonic Rewind merge.
I think it's cool that the people who like it can get it. There you go. That's my hot take.
Jeez. Jeez. Okay.
This will be paraded all throughout the lands of Twitter for saying such.
I
such
literally, yeah, we
heinous
need
things.
to have like a black and white portrait of the avatar, and it just says, "I'm just happy that people who like it can have it." I mean, the thing is, as far as like, you know, fandom spaces go, that is a bit of a hot take. The amount of people that are like, well, I don't think that IDW characters should be in because they didn't do other things. And then there were people that were like, well, I'm not going to watch The Day the Earth Blew Up. They cancelled Coyote versus Acme. And it's like, do you really think not watching The Day the Earth Blew Up is going to get people to watch Coyote versus Acme, or like get them to release Coyote? Watch both. Celebrate animation. I know Penguin might be listening, and like I'm just regurgitating a bunch of shit he said.
This one's for you, Penguin.
This one's for you, Penguin. You hang in there, buddy. Okay. All right. Okay. So Crossroads.
Using Sora. Never mind.
I had this idea actually of having like 3 kids and calling them like Grok, ChatGPT, and what was the other one going to be? Gemini.
God, you hate your kids that much?
Well, it gets better because like it means that I'm going. No. It means that I'm going to include them in decisions a lot. I'll be like, Grok, what do you make of this?
It's next level parenting.
Let's just leave it there for now, because.
I mean, here's the thing: you can't hate them because they're not actually AIs. This came about when I was watching Breaking Bad and misheard the name Brock and thought the lady's son's name was Grok.
It always seems to link back to Breaking Bad again recently.
Because I'm watching Breaking Bad recently, and you're also aware that I get hyperfixated on things that I enjoy, Tom. It's not It's not a secret fucking formula that's hard to... Weed
and it's
kills,
not a
dude.
secret.
Dude, weed kills.
So now you're using that?
Yeah, no, dude, I posted it on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, Fez and I were in a call, and he's like, I wonder what Pup's saying about that. I was like, oh, that's because I kept saying that to him.
Yeah. Yeah, but no.
I just think it's funny.
I mean, it kills depression, anxiety. Okay, actually, it doesn't do that for everyone.
For some
it's
people,
important
it makes
to...
it worse.
That usually just
people, it
means
makes
that
it
they're
worse.
not dosing it correctly.
Probably. I have no experience with that. Let's get on to the next topic.
Okay, great,
Or let's get
perfect.
back on topic.
You have so much experience with that. Okay, Crossworlds has been patched. Oy vey. Okay, so has anyone actually had a chance to check out the new patch?
No, I have not. I've heard a couple things about it. I know the level 4 boosting, the invincibility you get from it has been nerfed to the point where it might be useless.
Oh. All right. I actually managed to get like a couple of races in before the show. And I noticed a few things. For one, we've definitely got more gadgets now, which is cool. And like that seems to be like one of the things that they're consistently adding with each patch is new little thingy boys, new little gadget mans. And like they've mainly focused on like rings and stuff this time. They got like a double ring one. They got like crazy ring shit. They got rings and other rings and stuff. But then they've also got like item summon and other stuff like that. And that's all fun stuff. I actually found double rings was pretty cool, and you can combine it with one where like if you get like 30 rings, you can trade it for an item and stuff like that. So like that's a cool little feature and stuff. More ways to make the game layered. And they've also like done tweaks to like item balancing and stuff as well. So like one of the things they mentioned in the patch notes was like the drill, for example, when you get the drill wisp, if you're nearer the front, that drill wisp is massively nerfed. Whereas like if you're at the back, it helps you a bit more. Which I actually think is a great move. It means that bagging is a lot less likely because people have less incentive to bag. And in the races I was in, that final stretch did not have a fuck ton of monster trucks on it. It was not carnage for the last little bit.
No, like all these changes genuinely seem great. Like, just unironically, like, oh, this is what we wanted. Especially that you can play world matches now anytime you want.
And then
like even if there's a festival going on, you can play world matches. So that's gonna be great, especially for the next one that's happening. But we'll get to that in a bit.
Hang on, I'll message Penguin as well because he's actually played a little bit of it as well, so he might be able to give us some insight.
Ring engine is pretty good. Wait, what is this?
So it's a ring engine gadget basically. And I can't remember what exactly it does. So the problem with me is I play it modded and stuff, and when you have an update and it's modded, all of those new features, they lose their text bodies and stuff that explain what it is. So it just says like gadget item this, and then like some numbers and stuff like that. That's what you get for playing illegal mods.
Well, it's not really illegal.
I know it's not. It's
don't do it. It's
dude,
like,
mods kill.
If it's client side, it's fine.
Mods kill.
Like, I would watch Fez play it, and he has the mod that turns cyberspace into Station Square, and it looks really sick. It's
He's
like
here
Station Square at night when it's destroyed.
Oh, I was joking about mods being illegal. I was just saying that mods kill.
Speaking of, real quick, Sonic Racing Crossroads is on sale right now on PC.
Tom has got it too now at last. That's kind of a bit of news in itself because he's been that one little piece of shit that can't play with the friends.
Listen, I didn't have a massive desire to go back to it, okay? I just...
You literally have so much money, and you literally...
You spin this narrative that I have buckets, infinite wealth. You could call it infinite wealth.
Whenever we go to conventions, you're like, oh, this time I only spent £900.
That is just not true. That's just not true.
All right, maybe take one of the zeros off the end, but that's still a large amount of money.
I don't brag about it.
Oh, they added Ring Doubler and...
Then why do I know how much you spend?
Summon Item Box.
Told you once, because I told you once. It was a one-time thing.
So you still told
me.
Whoa. Mister.
Oh, they even have like a Go-Go Omochao one. So if you get like the Omochao item, it's going to give you rings for a longer period of time. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Penguin, what's your experience been with it, man? What's your experience?
I've really enjoyed this update. I think Ring Engine is a loadout like mod thing that you should not sleep on. It's very, very good. You basically spend rings to like make your top speed just go even more crazy.
Could you send me a picture of its icon so I can identify it?
Sure. I mean, I'd have to.
Champion bounty is pretty cool. You get rings while you're first through third. Less is more gives you higher top speed when you have less rings.
Also, have they buffed the white wisps as well?
That
I don't know.
They feel a little more effective. But it might just be placebo.
I don't know if that's because of my
Holy
loadout.
crap.
But I've from what I've felt with this patch though is a lot less bagging. There is still bagging. There is very much.
But it's definitely like notably clearer at the end stretch.
It is clearer, and yeah, the monster trucks don't last as long. The drills aren't as much of a problem anymore, and it's just genuinely a more enjoyable experience playing the game online now than it was. Because I'll be honest, I was crashing out at some points with that last patch.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know what Ring Engine is, when you have one or more rings, you get a plus 12 to all your stats. There's also another one called Hyper Ring Engine, which increases all of your stats based on how many you have, on how many rings you have, and you lose them over time. So you don't get that permanent stat increase the entire time. You slowly lose your rings, but considering how many of them are littered, and if you can make the perfect setup around it, then I might have to test this out.
This is my look. I've just posted what the icon looks like in the bounce back, but I've also just posted my loadout that I've been using since this patch, and
There's
it's been
also,
working out pretty well for me.
the route planner bounty, which if you go through a travel ring, you get 100 rings, and it increases your ring limit. I'm guessing that's temporary.
What's the blue version? What's the blue version of Ring Engine?
Oh, that's a hyper ring engine.
What does that do?
It increases all of your stats based on the number of rings you have.
Holy fuck, Lois.
But it takes up 2 slots on the plate.
Yeah, it's 2 slots, and I'm guessing you lose them at a faster rate, or like your increase just drops over time, like much more than if you have standard ring engine.
I see.
Ring doubler, so you get double the rings gained. Not okay. Doesn't count for team matches. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's another thing worth noting. This is probably one of the bigger tweaks. Like, I know that there's a lot of people that are going to be very happy about this. I know certainly Z-Man was. But World Match will remain available during festivals now.
Yes.
Yes.
Bizarre.
And
I mean, yeah, I was one of those people who always loved the festivals, so it doesn't bother me. But I mean, that is just objectively a good thing to give more options to players.
Yeah,
yeah. Because sometimes even though I like the festival stuff, it can be nice to just get a break from the festival bit and just go for a free for all, effectively. You know?
Yeah, like that.
Well, you know what? It might. I was gonna say I wonder if this will be the case, but I'm kind of not thinking it will anymore. But I was kind of hoping maybe this will keep the sweats out of festival as much. But knowing that there's the top 100, top 1000, and all that, it's probably no.
I've seen a couple of the streamers who go for it, and it's like, oh my god, yeah. I wonder how it's going to change now, because I believe some of the gadgets have been tweaked as well, including like the level 4 boost, so it's not as powerful as it was in previous festivals. So maybe that'll completely change their strategy, or it might make it more unsure of who's going to actually win.
Yeah. Also, they've added lots of other new bits and pieces as well, because there's the music albums that have been added now.
Yes.
Now, one of my favorite additions is, on a rare occasion, one of those shameless fucking plug decals, but the fact that you can get Five Guys Burgers and Fries decals for your vehicles, that's my, with no disrespect, that's my church, you know? Five Guys Burgers and Fries. That is where I have my midnight mass. That's where I gain a little midnight mass, you know?
You can make the Five Guys Krabby Patty,
yeah, the Patty Wagon, put a Five Guys Burgers and Fries logo on it. It's sick.
I swear, I gotta go to the one he goes to, because the one I went to was terrible.
Well, I mean, it varies from place to place, outlet to outlet, region to region, and I happen to live in the UK, so food standards are different as well. So you never know. I've never had an American Five Guys.
I don't even think it's the American or UK standard. I think it's just the fact that the one that I went to, it looked like it was they just hired nothing but ex-cons.
Well, I tell you what, if you'd tasted what I'd tasted, you'd be thriving, guys. You'd thrive, guys. Never mind.
Thrive Guys at the Five Guys. Okay. But yeah, they did add a bunch of new music to the game. Some of it from other Sega franchises. They have Outrun, Daytona USA, Sega Rally,
franchises,
Power Drift, which I've never heard of before, but I do want to check it out because it looked interesting.
The Daytona one, I'm so happy.
Is that the one by Jun Senoi?
No, it's
no, that's
Takanobu Mitsuyoshi.
Yeah.
I
didn't know it had the Yoshi music in it.
Okay. All I'm gonna ask, Sega, can we get a little bit more? I want more Daytona USA music.
Where's
introduce the car from why can't I play as that?
Also, another thing, where's the music from Metropolitan Street Racer? The one with TJ Davis.
Oh, the one for the Olympics games?
No, the one for Metropolitan Street Racer.
I don't know.
It was a game on the Saturn. TJ Davis was on the soundtrack. Similar kind of time to Sonic R. I think it was Saturn, or maybe it might have been Dreamcast. Let me check.
I mean, where's the Sonic R music in general?
Metropolitan Street Racer.
Yes, that's a good question.
Okay. It was only published by Sega, so maybe the developer still has Actually, no, I think that developer's gone by now.
The thing is, it is a Dreamcast game. Okay, it's got kind of that Sega identity in the music though. Like it's composed by Richard Jacques as well. The Jacques is back, and they've also got TJ.
So the thing is that I don't think they would be able to get the rights to it because the company that owned it or that developed that game was eventually bought up by Activision, and then Activision closed it.
Classic Activision.
I mean, it took a while for them to do it because they did Metropolis Street Racer on Dreamcast. They did Project Gotham Racing.
I used to think that was a Batman game when I was a kid. I was mad disappointed.
So did I.
Honestly, yeah, like that. I wouldn't blame you for that.
Like, why would you call it
also
that?
a game called, also a racing game called Blur. I remember hearing about it, but not too much about it.
Oh, I remember the adverts for that game being like this weird, like Toad being upset that he can't race with the big boy cars.
Dude, speaking of racing game, I remember when I was a kid, I had the demo for a game called Split Second. Never played the full game, but I thought it was the coolest shit because you could like blow up buildings and stuff while driving.
Oh, I find it so weird that game was made by Disney
Interactive. Yeah, it's like what it just doesn't feel very Disney, does it? It doesn't have any little sing-song princess or silly Mickey Mouse or any stupid shit or corporate horribleness or donations to OpenAI or Bob Iger being a loathsome lurch on the anus of the world.
Lurch.
Okay. Is there anything more crossword? No. Yes, of course there is.
A lot more.
Yeah.
New Sega characters.
Yes, new Sega characters. Right.
I'm
okay.
so happy.
Let's go through the trio that they announced. Don't get excited. Not the trio, Frank. The trio that was announced. They're gone now, Frank.
So
Your friends are gone.
Careless 64 and Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, well, they're gone now.
I'm right here, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's the One-io. Okay, great, brilliant. So, we've got Red from Angry Birds, and I don't know if everyone is joking or if like he is still relevant to some degree, but like
no, I don't think he is.
If it's a gag, I'm liking it. Like you've had people like, no, we will be playing as Red in Crossworlds. Like,
hey man, I will be playing as Red in Crossworlds. All right, I will be playing as Red. I've never played an Angry Birds game in my life.
Yes,
but I will be playing as him.
I tell you what, when I was a youngin', I remember when my dad installed a virtual machine on our Apple Mac as a kid, because we were like an Apple family growing up.
Right.
I'm not an Apple guy now, but like back then, you know, my dad swore by Macs, but he got a virtual machine just to doink around with Windows 7, because this is back when that was new and stuff.
Yeah.
And all he did was download point-and-click games and Angry Birds on it. And he was like, hey, you gotta check this out. I was like, what's that? He's like, Angry Birds. And I was like, what do you do? He's like, you throw the thing at the pig. I was like, a little simple, ain't it? And he's like, nah, it's actually quite fun. I ended up getting hooked on it, but the thing is, once I was unhooked, I was never able to get rehooked. That was the problem.
I think it's one of those things that you kind of got your fill of it, and now you're kind of done with it, and going back to it, like, oh, it's this again.
Yeah, it's like the shtick is kind of done. But I mean, there's a third Angry Birds movie on the way, isn't there? Right? Like, which is
there's
now
a third one of
technically
them, and I mean,
Sega's
Sega has to do something with that $1 billion purchase. You know what I mean? So
it's really funny that it was like one of the worst purchases they made in recent history, though, because they're just not making any capital off it. It's just
well,
I mean, not to mention the overall marketing of Sonic Rumble has been managed by them, and it sucked butts. Why am I not in the creative program?
They're regretting it.
Frank, bitch, you said I would be in the creator program. Yo, what's happened?
About that.
They're too busy.
Anyways, the next character we have is Majima.
Majima, it's Pirate Majima. Now, I've heard some people complaining that it's like, why does Yakuza get 2 slots? And I think the question isn't, Yakuza. I think the declaration isn't Yakuza shouldn't get 2 slots. I think the declaration is that Yakuza, that everything should get multiple slots.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I feel like we're getting a second year. Like,
I want this roster
like
absolutely packed.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I do think Yakuza deserves a second character. I think Persona also deserves a second character.
Yeah, like have Majima, have Kiryu should also be there, like just to complete the set.
Yeah, Kiryu's got to be there at some point.
And if they really wanna, you know, just give me a little rub up and down, get Kuze in there. You know, where's my boy Kuze at? He's my favorite. He's my favorite Yakuza
It would be great.
character.
It would be great. It would be great.
But,
it wouldn't happen, but it would be great.
But we'd all love it.
Here's the thing, Sega. I'm begging you right now, Sega, please.
Watch them put Mine. Watch them put Mine in
Jet
his
Set
place.
Radio.
Let Penguin finish the thing he was blatantly building up to.
I'm begging for beat in Jet Set Radio. That's what I was saying.
There we
begging
go.
For it.
There we go.
Where's
See,
Joe
Tom, why did
Musashi?
you have
BD
to make
Joe.
it so
BD
difficult
Joe.
for him, huh? Why did you have to make it so difficult?
I want BD Joe in the game. Crazy Taxi's brilliant.
Yes.
I would like
Bring him in the
Rayala
game, bring
in the
Joe
game.
Musashi in the game. Let's just make it All Stars Racing again, or the first one.
If we got me and Penguin in a call playing Crossworlds and they had Knights and Riala in the game, like, it would be over. There'd be no more conversations. Just, oh, fuck off, Rialan.
Knights, second place bitch again, are we?
Knights, the game is balanced in a way that sometimes you can lose the lead. It's what keeps it fair. Fuck you, Knights. You came fucking fourth.
We have one more character.
Can we have the end for real, like life size?
Who even was the last character? Was it?
I think the end would be hilarious. You just have
actually,
like a giant purple moon.
A Giganto life-sized on,
I
and
want
rather than
I want
Extreme
the-
Gear, have Wyvern, and he's just riding on the back of Wyvern.
Oh, that'd be sick though.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We've got Giganto thanks
Yeah,
to
we-
mods.
No, I mean, I want
Giganto-
life-size Giganto.
We have Giganto as the Sage's vehicle.
Or better yet, can we get Bio Lizard on an Extreme Gear? And like the Extreme Gear is tiny, but it's holding his
Oh
entire
my
weight.
god, please. No, but he also needs to be in a car, and like he needs to be like flipped upwards.
Yeah, he needs to
with
just be
his little arms
slonked
trying to
onto
hold the
it.
wheel.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
he has like little mechanical arms coming out of his backpack that control the car because his regular paws can't do shit.
No, I
If you
think
want
his
it to be
little
extra-
arms should try to control the vehicle. I think it'd be funny.
And he should just always be in pain. And like he should
I
always.
was gonna say he
Sorry,
he
go
would just use he would hold the steering wheel with his teeth, and he just tries to steer that way.
There should be times when his pink swelling just gets unbearable and it causes your car to just completely go out of control and just stop and shit. And like you just have to wait until the swelling ends. Until Gerald comes out
Okay,
with the
then.
lotion.
All right, let's move on. We also have what's the name of the character from Puyo Puyo?
All.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that kills people.
I'm happy the Puyo fans got it because they've been. I won't lie. Before the announcement, they've been crashing out at the fact that All's not in the game, so they finally got it.
You know what's funny? I think a day or two after they announced these three characters, I saw something on my recommended that said Arl is not coming to Sonic Racing Crossroads, and it's from a week before.
yeah. Also, though, Ian, you were quite happy to see Arl, weren't you?
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about her or her series, but she looks adorable. So I shall play her.
Well, yeah, it was the
Absolutely.
it was the toy shop owner from Toy Story 2.
Yes, exactly.
Arl's toy bar.
But yeah, no, I mean,
will say.
I think the design just looks adorable, and I did love the meme where someone was like, "Oh man, she gets a new model before Sonic does. Isn't that great?"
Don't worry,
Also,
I'm
they
working
like
on
the
it.
Puyo Puyo art style is very difficult to translate to 3D because of how kind of like
Oh, yeah.
vector heavy it is and stuff like that. But they did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I was like, I think they did a good job of it.
And going by how
Also,
consistently good like these,
You can make the mean beam machine now. If you put
Yes, 'cause
Eggman
you
in
can put
Al's
the-
car.
yeah. But like also, what was I lost it. It's gone. Never mind. It's gone. It's okay.
Catch it. Catch it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna shackle it up in the basement, and I'm gonna get it.
So yeah, Red and Majima are going to be arriving in April, and Arl's going to be arriving in May. But those are not the only characters that have been announced.
Arlo.
Yes, Arlo.
That'd
We
actually be
need the
cool.
mod now.
I'd actually be kind of game for that, actually.
Sonic Racing Crossroads is now going to be a good game because Mega Man and Proto Man are finally going to make their way to it on the 25th.
Finally, a game where I enjoy playing as Mega Man.
Yo, Frank, I have a question.
You just suck at Mega Man.
You just suck at Sonic Frontiers.
I have a
No, I
question,
don't. I'm pretty
Frank.
damn good at the game.
Oh, I'm pretty damn good at the game.
Do you like
anytime
Mega
it's-
Man 2?
Mega Man 2 is the only game that exists. Come on. I
Sure.
mean,
Oh,
look at
right.
you're
here.
lucky you're getting anything. Just be grateful.
Oh, no. Okay, so Puff, for classic Mega Man fans, and by classic, I don't mean from like the early games. I mean like that's its own series. Okay, I know Sonic fans might get a little confused hearing that. Mega Man 2's Wily stage music,
Mhm.
the title screen. Anytime we see the Yellow Devil, those are our versions of seeing Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, and Sky Sanctuary over
The thing
and over
is,
again.
I think I know the songs that you're talking about because they're the kind of songs that like even non-Mega Man Mega Man
played
fans
Super Smash,
know. Yeah.
exactly. If you've played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and you've seen that Mega Man stage, you kind of have an idea of what's going to be in the new track that they're getting. But they are including an exclusive item for that track, and
If you
it's
have,
going to be a.
go on.
What's up?
If you have so much as seen an early era YouTube video, if the music wasn't down with the sickness, it was probably a Mega Man track.
Yeah, and it was most likely Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 2, which they're using in the track. They also have the Yellow Devil in there for some reason, even though that's a Mega Man 1 boss. They
And
have
also,
Wily's. They have Wily's machine. I believe the Wily machine is from. It's still from 2, right?
That's from
Or
2.
is that
Because
1?
they've specifically got like even the room where Wily's in his machine in the track. They have like all the little particles going around, which is like a reference to the Mega Man 2 final boss.
My question would be
what I will
though,
say is-
like, is that like when Green Hill appeared in Pac-Man World 2, I wasn't too fussed about that because I was like, it's a thing that's instantly recognizable as Sonic, and so like for a crossover thing, I think it makes sense. Does that maybe not apply a little bit to Mega Man in any way, or is it just kind of?
I mean, it's just. I think it's just one of those things that anytime Mega Man is ever like brought into something else, they default to Mega Man 2 just because for the longest time that was their highest selling game. That was their most popular game in the series.
I think,
or even in
to-
franchise
to-
history.
I think to add on to that though, like, I don't know if you guys seen what the festival themes are.
Mm-mm.
I have not.
It's so annoying. Like, it's Mega Man, Proto Man, and Airman.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
wait! They're referencing Airman.
Yeah, and people are like, "Where's Bass or Bass? Like, where is he? He should have been the third one."
Would it not be based
Airman?
because it's like the whole Rockman thing? Like,
There is. Well, yeah, but well, then if we're going Rockman, it'd be like Rockman, Blues, and Treble.
because is Roll not
Yeah.
also
Or
called
bass,
Roll
I
in
should
the
Forte,
non-Japanese
that's what it
version
was.
as well?
Yeah. In Japan, it would be like Rockman, and then Proto Man would be Blues, and then bass would be Forte.
What about Roll?
Roll would be. I think Roll is still Roll, which I'm surprised they didn't do a team Roll because she's like.
Yeah.
One of the characters that you see very often, and they have like all different versions of her because they always customize her, like especially in like Mega Man Powered Up. There's like a bunch of different costume options for her.
So does she like curl up into a ball and gain momentum?
No, I believe she attacks with a broom.
Then I hope she dies.
Unless you play as the Ghosts and Goblins version, then she has like the javelin thing that Arthur has.
Yeah, it's not enough like Sonic gameplay, so I hate it.
Oh yeah, it is the Wily boss from Mega Man 2, and I only know that because I literally just beat the game yesterday again.
Dr. Wawi.
But what I will say is that I guess the cool thing from it, aside from the exclusive item, which gives you like a Mega Buster shot that you can shoot up to 3 times, which for anyone who's played, I don't know if anyone here has played it, but Mega Man Battle and Chase, that is like Mega Man's weapon from the game. So like his default weapon. So that's going to be pretty cool. The other thing
I mean,
is
his
that
car is as well. It's
it's
from that game.
Yeah, although the proportion's kind of weird, just because like the battle and chase art, like it's decently sized, but Mega Man is tiny in this one, like compared to Rush. The other thing is that I believe either stage, I'm guessing in stage 3, the Yellow Devil's going to go from one side to the other, but I'm guessing or not stage 3, lap 3, and then like lap 1, he's probably going to be shooting like the little eyeball projectile things, which doesn't come from. I think that's more of a Mega Man 8 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of becomes synonymous with the character, I'm guessing.
Yeah, even though that wasn't really the Yellow Devil, that was like a green version. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but yeah, Wily Stage. If you've seen it from Smash Brothers, you have an idea of what this is going to look like. I'm still gonna. Obviously, I'm excited for this. You get to play as both Mega Man and Proto Man. Little nitpick that I have about this: when you go into the character custom, to select your character, they both play the title theme for Mega Man 2. Proto Man is the Mega Man 3 character.
That doesn't exist, Frank.
It's like the next game that people glazed to like
There was
fucking
only
high heaven or anything.
Mega Man 2, right? Only
That's
Mega
true.
Man
That's
2. And Sega's thinking the 2 is because Proto Man was in that
'Cause
game,
they're
even though they're wrong.
They haven't even played the game.
They looked
Come
at
on,
wiki
Sega,
articles.
you know about this game. You know about Mega Man: The Wily Wars. It has Mega Man 3 in it.
I played the Wily Wars on Sega Genesis emulator, and I did not enjoy
Wily
my
Wars.
time with it.
I do not recommend The Wily Wars.
I mean,
if
it's
you're
got that
new to the series.
horrible like delay on the controls. Like it's very stiff.
Okay, so it depends on what version of the game you're playing. The Japanese one is going to be the best one if you're playing through emulation.
Mhm.
But in the last couple of years, there have been better emulated versions of it that don't have the restrictions or the poor optimization of like the original Japanese or the original PAL version.
I mean, tell you what, I was
So-
playing it on the Nintendo Switch Online service because I was like, oh, this would be a fun thing to play on a
Oh
handheld.
well, then never mind. You're playing like the second best version of the game or the best version of the game.
Oh,
I think
but
the
I
best
kinda
one is
hated
actually
it. Like, why is it so stiff?
Yeah, it's tough to get into. I'd recommend just playing the NES games. But if you do have an option to try out Wily Wars, it's worth a shot just for curiosity's sake.
All right, so the
I
one's
really
on the
wish they used-
Nintendo ES, right?
Huh?
The one's on the Nintendo ES, yes?
Yes. So you can get that through the Legacy Collection. I would not recommend Legacy Collection on Switch. I would recommend it more on PC.
And
Input delay.
Ah,
Big problem.
yeah, that would be a problem. I
Um,
hate input delay. It's like
but
the
if-
biggest
if
thing
you-
I hate.
Yeah, if you get Legacy Collection 2, it's not as noticeable, but Legacy Collection 1 has a huge input delay problem on Nintendo Switch. I've noticed it like almost any time I've tried to play it, and it's why I don't play that version of it.
Also a handy
yeah, it
dandy
would've been nice if they
rewind
used-
feature.
It would have been nice if they used Proto Man's theme from Mega Man 3. That would have been great. Like
Yeah.
if they had a remix of it, even though it's like that little whistle thing tune that you hear when he arrives, that would have been sweet. But also they released the music for that stage, and I'm gonna say it's Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 2. Like I don't know how many more times I can hear this without not and try to care for it. So I mean, it sounds okay.
So you
Yeah,
love it.
and it's about what I expected.
Yeah, it's about if you're like the most casual of Mega Man fans or of a Mega Man fan, or you just know gaming or old retro gaming or something like that, then yeah, it's going to be very familiar. Again, it drops on the 25th. The very next day, there's going to be a festival for them because, I mean, why would you release a character and do a festival for something else? And then one day later is going to be the release of Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. So go buy that.
Ah, some good cross promotion then.
Prosley.
Also, oh right, yeah, I was supposed to quote the song. Mega Man drops January 7th.
I was never booked smart.
Smart on money, smart makes me more intelligent.
I've just been checking the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, and at the top of the super Nintendo ES is Bubsy in
I don't
Claws
like how you say
Encountered
that.
of
Like,
the
it's
Third
so
Kind.
bizarre.
That's how we say it in England.
Okay, two things. One, Bubsy is trash.
Is it though? Because here's the
Alright.
thing: the reviews at the time said it was actually pretty good.
It's shite.
But is it that bad?
Yes, it's pretty bad.
It's
The other thing is Nintendo ES.
yeah.
Like every time you say that, it horribly throws me off because I think you're trying to say something else.
That's just how we say it in the UK.
We just say NES or no.
I say
Wait, hold on. No,
NES.
I know people in the UK and they say either
Well,
say
then they're
NES or
pygmies.
NES.
They're just pygmies. Like
I
in the
say
UK, it's
NES.
pronounced the Nintendo ES. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
You're the only person.
No,
Yeah, no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
no, Tom, be quiet, man. You weren't even born then.
But yeah,
Shut
but
up.
I wouldn't be surprised when you were saying
Neither
you
are
played
you.
when you were saying you played the Wily Wars. I figured you were playing like the PAL version because a lot of people who played the English one, that's what they played in. That's a big mistake because it's 50 hertz as opposed to Japanese NTSC.
Well, see, that was the weird thing as well in the UK was that, like, most of our games were like 50 hertz and stuff. And I remember,
Yeah.
in the case of Sonic 1, you could tell. But when it came to like Sonic 2 and 3 and stuff, they figured out ways to like, mitigate that and stuff or something. But like, it wasn't really a problem. Wait, can you jump on enemies? But I'm playing Bubsy right now as we speak.
That I don't know.
You're hearing my first time. I don't like the fact that every time he lands, he loses all like sense of speed. Maybe that's just because I'm a little Sonic guy.
Yeah.
But he just
You are.
died. He died hard.
Yeah, he does. He
Okay,
does.
so KB, I will say this: Bubsy 4D actually does look fun. But that's because it's the gameplay of like Demon Tides or whatever it's called. Demon Tides.
Yeah, it
Dude,
it looks fun. I just don't like the design. of
Oh yeah, his
Bubsy.
new model looks terrible in my opinion. Like
At
he
that point, I might as well
It
just
looks
play,
like a
Demon
VR
Turf or
chat
Demon Tides.
model.
he does.
I did play the demo of Demon Tides, and I thought that was fun. I was like,
That
I might as
looks
well I'd rather just go play that.
Oh, man.
Other
Yeah.
Mega Man related stuff. Since have been talking about PAL region, they're the only ones who got Battle and Chase in English until we had to wait in the US. We had to wait until the X collection released.
Frank, have you ever heard about the comics of Mega Man that they released in the PAL region?
I have not.
Look up Mega Man PAL comics.
I don't want to look up anything you tell me to look up.
Go on, look it up. Look up PAL comics.
I'm
Go
good.
on.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, this game is full damage. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's why it's trash. Also, by the way, anybody who has Nintendo Switch Online, even if it's just the standard one, Mega Man 1 through 5 on Game Boy is also available. 1 is kind of tough to get into, 2 is super easy, 3 is okay, 4 is good, and 5 is like the best one. Definitely recommend it. And if you don't want to play it on Nintendo Switch Online, there are fan patches that turn it from a Game Boy game to a Game Boy Color game, so you have the full color support, and it's really good. It's a fun project that I've been following for years.
Sweet, badass. All right, let's
I'm in that Mega Man mood.
let's jump off of Crosswords, I think, because like I think we've kind of said like the majority of what needs to be said on Crosswords, right? Is there nothing like more major after Mega
if
Man?
anybody else has any input on anything that's been announced, feel free.
Yeah.
I know I kind of just yapped for like a
No,
couple minutes straight.
that's good. I like the idea that everybody gets a little chance to shine. So
I mean, I
once.
just already loved Crossworlds, and I'm just excited that it seems like they're just really trying to take care of this game and just give it a lot of life and a lot of legs. And so like recently when I was playing it, I was kind of having a little bit of annoyance with the way matches were ending and stuff, and I was like, I was still having fun. I was hanging out with my friends, but I'm like, yeah, this is getting a little annoying. So to have like them immediately release a patch that kind of fixes that up and adds a lot of things people want, it's just like, man, they're really taking care of this game, and I just hope it lasts for a long time. So
it's such a stark
Same.
difference between that and Team Sonic Racing, which are just sent out to die effectively.
Team Sonic
I mean,
Racing
I
died
could-
within its first week.
Oh yeah, and then it got mogged by like Crash Team Racing a month after.
It was not
Um,
an easy time to root
No.
for Sonic.
I played
post
Crash
I
Team
could
Racing
ask you
on-
guys this.
Oh, what's up?
I was just gonna say, how do you guys feel about the fact that? Well, I mean, most like games like this, usually patches come within like a few weeks or a month or stuff like that. How do you guys feel about the waiting like basically a whole business quarter of the year before getting the next patch out?
It depends how egregious the issues are, but like I think each time they've, you've seen new cracks start to emerge from time to time, but they've been kind of more gradual processes. There's never been a point where they've released one that's made me go, ugh, brother, ugh, out the gate, Like, and that gives me some optimism, That means things will be keeping fresh. It's just, it depends what they land on in the end as well, Like, because, they'll keep doing it until it's done, but, like, when it's done, what will they have landed on? It's amazing how, like, when they decided to land on a Sonic model to keep forever, it was, like, one of the weaker versions of it. Tom, you recently bought the game, so you're going to have new perspectives, right? So why don't you justify me inviting you onto this stupid fucking show by saying, like, your thoughts on it so far, bitch?
I could not say anything. I haven't even played the game. The last time I played the game was when it was still the beta or something. It was the beta test.
All right, okay. Well, since you
beta.
are... to avoid
I
you
bought
being...
the game. I bought
to
the game.
avoid you
How many
being
hours ago? 5 hours ago.
Completely fucking useless. To avoid you being completely fucking useless. Why don't you say what you expect to feel then?
What I expect to feel?
Why don't you make up a hypothetical version of yourself and say how he's enjoying his hypothetical time playing the game?
Actually, yeah, and then we can bring you back and you can and we can follow up on this.
Yeah, go on.
And he can judge.
Predictions.
I predict to have such a tremendous time that I will be gone for several business days and you will not hear from me in that time.
Why? Would you not want to do multiplayer with us?
I will have ascended to a different plane of existence. This game will have changed my life for the better or worse. You never know. I don't know which road it will lead me down, but that's...
You need to commit to a narrative.
This is the narrative.
No,
this is the narrative.
Loosey-goosey, it's cowardly, and this is why your movies aren't very good. It's because you're too loosey-goosey with the story.
Okay, so when you do play it, we're going to bring you back and you get to tell us.
Yeah.
Well, remember what you said.
That means we gotta have him back on, though. Like, I don't want
that'd be perfect.
I don't want that any more than you do.
Then why am I here in the first place, then, if you feel this way?
Well, someone's got to keep Dylan's seat warm, haven't they?
Just can't escape. Nah.
It's stupid.
We will see. I will see if it is truly better than I could ever imagine. If it changes everything. If it transcends everything.
I mean, to be honest, I would say...
You've spoken of it, I'll say you've spoken of it highly, so...
Well, I have, but I've also been living highly as well. But Penguin, I feel
high on life, yeah.
I feel like something that is worth noting is that Penguin and I here became friends through Crossworlds, basically. I mean, it was kind of via Dave as well, but, like, fuck Dave.
Okay.
Like,
by the time I return, then by the time I come back after playing it, I expect to have an entirely new friend group, and you might not hear from me again.
I mean, theoretically, you can play one race, come back after 3 minutes, and say what you think.
Yeah, I'll say that I've just been introduced to several people.
It's better than
farewell. Hello.
Hello, I found new friends.
Hello.
He has no input. He's just a stupid prick. That's his whole appeal.
Because I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say on this topic.
I'll say this, Tom. At least you're not getting introduced to the game by being put into Legends lobbies.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, what's it?
A Game Dog got put into a Legends lobby because he was playing with Fez yesterday.
Oh my god.
What he said, just throw me into the deep end, and I'm like, alright.
Honestly, I respect that. I respect it.
Yeah.
I can appreciate his candor, yeah.
I could do the same to you in CS.
No, you can't,
do it.
because
That'd be
I'm not going
great.
to play it in the first place.
I would chuck you into a Master Guardian lobby at the lowest.
Well, now that you've told me that, I don't want to play it even more than I didn't want to play it before.
That's not even the halfway of the highest rank.
You play without honor as it is, so I know better than to jump into your games.
I will jump into another game
Wait,
of Smash.
Tom
if
has
and when need
games
be.
now? Are these movie, tie-ins?
No, well, I mean, knowing him, he'd probably make a mobile spin-off that's just a Temple Run remake, but worse. It would all take place in Hawaii because that's where the second movie takes place, and it's really bad. It's just
Are we
tasteless.
gonna get like a bad YouTuber cameo?
Yes. I mean, Tom.
No, another YouTuber.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast will be in it because you're still like Mr. Beast, right?
Ew.
Oh.
You're still like Mr. Beast, right? Disney be
No.
like, hey guys, Mr. Beast, nothing ever went wrong with Mr. Beast, right? Yeah, you know how it is. All right.
Sure.
Continuing on to the
that's-
next topic then, in that case, which hopefully,
I was gonna say that was a fantastic segue, and we did not take advantage of it. Where he said the movie tie-in.
yeah, which hopefully this little piece of bastard here will have something to say about, is that
Pizza boxes.
we got some news pertaining to the most anticipated Sonic project of all time, Sonic 4. But in this case, it actually is kind of anticipated this time. In that, like,
Yeah.
it's the movie, Sonic 4, the movie. We got our little title reveal thing, in case you didn't know the movie was called Sonic 4. Just reminding us that Daniel RPK was talking out of his ass again when he was saying the movie might be renamed to Sonic CD. Fucking Jesus Christ. But
That's hilarious.
it's really funny. Like, why would they call it Sonic CD? Are you lost, baby girl? But like, yeah. So this title reveal was probably like the most revealing title reveal of all. Usually, it's just you see the title come up, and then you might hear some music from the games, which may or may not play in the movie unless it's the third one, and this time you see like the emeralds come up and they introduce to the characters, and they've got like a cast reveal on the side as well, where there's like revealing people that are going to be in the movie and stuff like that. And so I just want to start off talking about the little teaser video itself. I feel like it's kind of made in a way to mirror the Sonic 35th anniversary branding, in that you've got the emeralds come up and you've got all the characters inside the emeralds and stuff, because that is what the 35th anniversary branding has been. So I get the feeling there's a little cohesion between them and Sega. But I love how you see like Amy's Pico Hammer smash into this thing. You see Metal Sonic. I know that my housemate is a little disappointed to see that Metal Sonic still, if that's not reused footage, has that little grumpy face on his snoot, that little grumpy mouth. You ever see that? You ever notice that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metal Sonic in the movies has a little grumpy mouth. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't want that. But it looks like it might be here to stay. We'll see. But what did everyone think of the video itself before we get onto like the cast list?
I loved hearing Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I didn't have a lot to
No,
say
I mean
on
for
it.
me, I was really excited that it wasn't just like the title and then a little leitmotif. Like they actually put some effort into making like a little, like you're supposed to like analyze it actually. Like you're supposed to kind of like think about like, all right, what do the lines mean? What do the visuals mean of like, and it's all very simple stuff, but just having like Amy's hammer crash into it and then she's like kind of shattering the dimensions, and the 4 has like a shattering effect. So it's like you're supposed to think like, oh, it's like she's kind of breaking the mold or like breaking into our world from wherever
Breaking the
she's from.
glass ceiling.
Oh my
Subtle.
gosh, you're right.
Subtle.
But yeah, like just I don't know. Like I just thought it was cool. I liked hearing seemed like a new take on Robotnik from Jim Carrey, which I'm excited for, depending on how they
I
handle his
literally,
return.
what did I just say, mister? I said we'll talk about the casting in a
is-
bit.
That's
That
in the
is
trailer.
new lines.
I
by the
know,
way,
I
isn't
know.
it?
It is, yeah.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, because Dave was like thinking it was like something from a previous film, and I'm like, no,
No,
that's
it's all
the
new.
entire-
No,
I
that's-
think it's completely new.
That is new dialogue, yeah, because there's even stuff you can extrapolate from the lines. But before that, I wanted to mention how, like, when you see each character, they have their own coordinating background. And, like, some of these are just very obvious. Like, Robotnik, you see, like, the inside of the crab from Sonic 3. Tails, Knuckles, and Maddie and Tom, you see Green Hills, Montana in the background. But one thing I thought was especially interesting was, in the background of Sonic's one, you see the proper Green Hill, the one we're still waiting to see more of. So I don't know if there's anything that's going to concern his world. But then I kind of wanted to talk about the narration without necessarily talking about the character behind it. But it mentions, like, I'll destroy your world, or something like that. He says, like, I'll destroy your world. And as he says that, that's where you do see the Green Hill thing pop up. So if we're done talking about kind of, I guess, the visual element, if you want to like move on to the casting, we certainly can, because I think the first thing we got to talk about is, well, the big bald elephant in the room, Tom Topics.
Take it away.
What?
You're bald.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no. I
Yes.
don't think that's true.
You're bald.
No, I'm
at-
not bald.
Look at your little man. Look at the little man that we got on our screen here.
The pixelated guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's bald.
That does not equate to anything in relation. How do you know that there's not a big bit of hair on the back?
Well, then he's got a
I
very receding
chose.
hairline that he needs to shave.
That I chose. To
Why
wear
would-
a massive blob.
Okay, well, anyways. All right, do you want to talk about casting?
Good one.
Do you guys want to... God, don't everyone fucking speak up at once like it's a podcast or something. Do we want to talk about the casting?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Let's start off with the big boy, all right? This is kind of bigger than any of the others. Jim Carrey's back again somehow. Somehow Jim Carrey has returned. And what do we think?
I'm not
I mean,
sure.
I'm not really surprised. I'm not that surprised. I mean, they pulled the whole shtick of, oh, is he coming back like 2 times already now? So it's okay. I feel like they've got him hooked on this.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of
Yeah.
like you're either
I'm
in or
not
you're
too
out there.
surprised.
They're giving him that good.
Well, I think
really
he's
not.
also enjoying it as well because, like, it's kind of like, you know, got harkening back to what he, you know, did years ago back in the 90s and shit. So I think he's just enjoying. I mean, pretty much sticking to one thing now, but like still getting to do all of his like crazy antics.
But that is now, we're just completely unprecedented for Jim Carrey sequels. It's like Sonic of all
Oh, yeah.
things. Got this man,
I mean, he's-
like... Go on.
Go ahead.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
say he's talked about since even like you could go back to the first movie's interviews and they'll ask him about Robotnik, and it just always was like fascinating to me that he would like break down his character in a way that's like not really in the movie, like it's there but it's not there, and it's not really like it's more developed in the third movie. But he'll talk about like, oh yeah, like I feel like he feels like betrayed by the world, and he feels like he never had a family and all these things, and like sure that's mentioned in the joke of like, oh, I was an orphan, or like, you know, things like that. But those are mostly just jokes, and you kind of read into them how you want. But the way he talked about it, he was genuinely like, oh yeah, like I think like he represents this, and like Sonic represents like the child in us, but you know, Robotnik is like the one who's trying to like snuff that out because he thinks he's better than everybody. And so like from the beginning, from the first movie, he's had like an idea in his head of like who this character is. And the thing that he kind of mentioned is he wanted to play a character that evolved. And so like in the second movie, he obviously gets the fat suit, he gets a little more insane, way more insane, I would say, to its detriment. And then the third movie, he actually has like a full character arc. And then I'm guessing for this movie, either it'll be a different Robotnik, hopefully, or if it is the same Robotnik, he will go through yet another iteration, another change. And you can kind of even almost hear that in his performance, where, because at first I could tell like, oh, I think that's Jim Carrey, but like it didn't sound like the way he usually did Robotnik. So I just think it's really cool that he just seems to really like this character, because one, he kind of gets to do anything he wants, and two, he genuinely does want to make a character that progresses and changes, and that's fucking sick. So there you go.
100%. Like, yeah, no, like, I think he sounds more menacing in this trailer than he has before.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be getting a more serious take on Robotnik. And I think there is one thing that gives a little credence to the whole alternate reality thing as well, is like, obviously I'm kind of clutching at straws when I say about the Sonic's world thing, but like the fact he's like, I will destroy your world and stuff like that. It could be referring to an alternate dimension Dr. Robotnik, like just as you kind of like suggested there. It could also point to the idea, because I actually have another idea in mind, is that it's the regular Robotnik, but he's just warped across the galaxy and found himself lost on Sonic's planet, and he's like, oh, well, this is one way I can get under the Hedgehog's nails. Like, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna burn down Sonic's home planet. Like, he feels so sentimental about it and stuff. Then again, why would he be so pissed? But then again, he does hate that hedgehog. The other thing is, like, I'm not a fan of the trope, and I know like Marvel's done this a little bit, especially like with What If, where it's like, hey, we've killed off this character, we'll pop another one out of another dimension to replace them. Because the thing is, if new Robotnik pops out, and he's the new, like, permanent Robotnik, old Robotnik kind of becomes a little negligible in the end. Like, his stories and him being, like, the first one, kind of ends up kind of a little negligible. It's like when the Gotham TV series dropped, like you met this guy who was like the Joker, basically. It's like his name's Jerome Valeska, and everyone was very sold on him as like the Joker, and it was like, like this guy would be perfect and everything. And then they got the same actor back to play his twin brother, and it was revealed that like his twin brother was the one who drove him nuts in the first place, and he's also kind of crazy in a different way. But it was just kind of like, why'd you do that? Like, why'd you kill him in the first place was the big question. I think they can still honor
I
the
felt
ending.
the same with Loki.
I think Loki's story should have fucking ended at Infinity War. I still stand by that. The Loki TV series has some decent parts, but I still think it should have just ended at Infinity War. He died, he got choked out. Thanos did something that had a consequence. Holy fuck. Unbelievable, right? But I personally think you can honor Sonic 3's sacrifice ending and bring Robotnik back. And I would say the way I feel about Robotnik coming back is, to be honest, relieved. In that, so Robotnik, it's a do or die situation. He can't conquer the world if the world is gone, and there's going to be a nuclear atmosphere and everything, regardless of whatever he does. So he has really no choice but to get this thing away and stuff like that. But there's never a point where he's gone, oh, I'm fucking sorry for everything I did. I should never have hunted down that hedgehog. I should have been nicer to people. The only person he wanted to be nicer to was Stone. So as long as that next movie continues a more respectful kind of dynamic for Robotnik and Stone, I think it's not in vain. And I think they could do some very interesting things with Robotnik and Agent Stone being kind of a bit more equals in it together. Kind of lean into the Stobotnik of it all, that's just kind of how and it could be that...
Can I push back on that real quick?
Oh, yeah, real quick, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just want to add to what you're saying before you moved on, which is that because I do agree that it wouldn't change anything about the character of Robotnik necessarily, because you're right, all that stuff would still be intact, and I 100% agree. The only thing it does definitely take away from is that as an ending for him in Sonic 3, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is, so it just kind of depends on what you're willing to sacrifice. And again, I feel like you can just have the best of both worlds, which is that you just have a new Robotnik who is evil, did take over his world, and you still keep the Stone plotline, because you have it be that like maybe in this universe his Agent Stone did die, and that is what actually turned him completely over to being like such a monster, like even more so or whatever. And maybe you can, that way you can keep Stone around. But I definitely I agree with you in the sense that it doesn't change anything about Robotnik's character if he were to come back. But for that movie, Sonic 3 being such a tight package, I do feel like that would take away from that. Now, could I just headcanon it away in the same way that I can just say well, at the end of Sonic Movie 2, all the emeralds fly into the air and then fly off or whatever. But now they're just back in the emerald. Or in Sonic Movie 2, they say, yeah, we just now created gun. And then in Sonic Movie 3, they go, yeah, gun's always been here. And it's a complete plot hole. Sure, I can do that. But I'd rather not have to, because I really like Sonic 3. So, it won't be the worst thing in the world if they bring him back, but it is what it is.
I'm still also just just keep killing him in more violent, he's definitely dead ways, and just keep having him return
I do like that joke. I do like that idea of the joke. It wouldn't be the worst thing ever if he came back, for sure.
The other thing is, the reason I kind of feel relieved is because there's been a lot of discussion about, what would these movies do going forward without Dr. Robotnik? Could they sustain? And largely, I myself have come to the conclusion that I don't think there is any Sonic without Robotnik for the long term. You have to have Dr. Robotnik in there. Even if you had Sonic 4 without him, you're gonna have to get him back eventually. Because again, there just is no sustainable version of Sonic that doesn't have a Dr. Robotnik. And just knowing that Dr. Robotnik is a part of this has me feeling very at ease. That, and also, there's actually, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, but Igor Liban in the chat saying, I'm saying it could be Neo Metal Sonic. And I've seen this theory fly around a little bit, that, Neo Metal Sonic could imitate Robotnik, and that's where Jim Carrey comes into it. And yeah, that could be quite cool. I'm actually one of the people that's not taking it as rote that Neo Metal Sonic will necessarily be in it. I think they're going to more construct a new story around Sonic Heroes, and maybe implement elements of the metallics from Fleetway to an extent, because we've already seen that there's a lot of Metal Sonics. I reckon there'll be at least an action scene where you get like a cameo appearance from like Rocket Metal and Neo Metal and stuff. Maybe he'll have like a transforming liquid metal T-1000 kind of thing going on at some stage. Yeah. But what else? Like, what do you guys think about Robotnik being back and stuff? What do you think they'll do? Penguin, Tom, Franken, like, you know who it is.
You already went.
I like the idea of maybe him imitating Robotnik. Maybe that could be a cool idea for this film, like to kind of not really have a break from Robotnik, but kind of, have your cake and eat it at the same time.
Yeah, he's
in
not
terms
quite,
of like,
he's not really there, but he's still a presence.
yeah, and then
we
we
get
could
you-
probably
Jim
bring him back in the event film or the next film. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Franken, Tom?
I honestly don't have a lot I could say on it. I'm just curious to see what they'll do.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they could probably do anything they want, and they wouldn't need to explain it a lot. They don't tend to explain how Eggman constantly survives these things in the other films, so they probably just. I don't know. I don't know what to expect because they don't need to. They've clarified they haven't needed to explain anything really. It's very much like he's back now, so just take it. So they could do. It could be anything.
Would be the best explanation. Would be if like maybe Stone's already with him and Sonic's like, "Wait, Robotnik, how are you back?" And Stone's like, "Oh, he just got better."
It'd be really funny if they did what they were gonna have for the deleted scene of 3, where it's like he finds his body, and it's like how did he come back? And then it cuts to Stone in space with a spacesuit, and he's like, I flew up there and got him. He was fine. He held his breath for 24 hours.
Or you know what they could do? They could start it up with a narration like Sonic 2 did. And Robotnik's like, as I was being flung through the universe by the explosion, I felt myself caught by a fishing line. And there's this big sat on a moon with a fishing rod. Like, what is this? Or if it's Matt Berry, what is this doing out here?
And Sonic goes,
What happened to
what the
Saturn
DreamWorks?
and Jupiter?
Jupiter! He just sat on the ring of Saturn. He's like, I'm here on Saturn, and that's Jupiter!
What have we done?
Stone's a ride.
I do not know who Matt Berry is.
It'd be amazing if they had like a scene where it's like, you know what? Agent Stone and Robotnik will start a new life on Saturn, and they're just surfing on the ring of Saturn, doing a little dirty dancing pose.
That's literally a cutaway they do from movie 3. That is literally what they would.
You could picture it, right? Yeah, it's like they'll have like, I can't see
that.
me loving nobody but you. Yeah, you do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you know it's cute because Saturn, Sega Saturn, you know, is a reference, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
would Sega really want people remembering the Saturn though? I don't know if they would.
If they grew
Yeah,
up
they
here,
put it
yeah,
in.
they
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
They put it in movie 1, so whatever.
You sure?
Yeah, and let's not forget in the Cash remix of Supersonic Racing, there's that bit where they've got the ad and it goes, introducing Sega Saturn. And they included that in a song from 2011. So, like, introducing Sega Saturn, quickly saying farewell to Sega Saturn. But I tell you what, there's a library of games on there that showcase some real 32-bit ingenuity.
I wonder which game that is going to be.
Burning Rangers,
Clockwork
yes.
Yeah, got it in one.
Yeah.
And Knights as well, I guess.
I could totally write a Paramount Sonic movie if I wanted to. Like I could do it. I reckon I could do it. I'm prepared. I reckon I could also write a Tom Hardy Venom movie.
Look, I'm just saying, everyone in chat, the post-credit scene is gonna be Sonic at a McDonald's, and then you just hear someone in the background go, "I smell fries in the vicinity," and like out of the shadows, like it's fucking.
No,
Sonic.
no.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Nah, Matt
I'm not
Berry
gonna lie.
will
I'm
be
not gonna lie.
post-credits. He'll be Dumpy Donpy. All right, you do your bit, Tom, and then Ian's got a question. Hold that thought, Ian.
Okay, fuck. It's just right. I'm just thinking, like, where would they go? Like, I think this is the thing that we oftentimes like wonder about, like how far they're going to push it.
I
But
think
after
the
this
answer's in the
film-
trailer. Because Robotnik says, like, And the Digidog has actually written it down for us here. Thank you, Digidog. See, dogs, they're just always cool. To be clear, he says, you think your world is safe, but your time is about to run out. The chaos has only just begun. So, okay, new theories. You think your world is safe. I reckon that could be maybe referring to Sonic's world, Mobius, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, so then you can...
But your time is about to run out. Sonic CD, it's like poetry, they rhyme. And then the chaos has only just been... What if he's like trying to summon chaos from some other timeline or something? But then where does Metal Sonic come in? I feel like the chaos thing might just be like when he says chaos is power in Sonic 2. Is like...
Yeah. The social media team, like in the little comments, they kept being like, oh man, this year the word is chaos. Things are about to get a bit chaotic. And I think I think what we take for granted is that the Chaos Emeralds have been in all these movies, or except for one, but they've been in 2 and 3. But they haven't actually been our like plot MacGuffins ever. It's only been the Master Emerald. So I think that's what they're leaning into is like, oh, like Chaos Emeralds, not the Master Emerald now.
Well, I remember there was a TV spot called the Supersonic TV spot, which released for Sonic 1. And what it was referring to was just when he was all powered up and like blue and glowy and shit. And like, it was like, get ready for Supersonic and stuff. I was like, well, that's not really Supersonic. But it was at that time when these movies could have been fucking anything, really. Like, that could have just been what Supersonic was for this universe. But like,
there is a level in CD called Collision Chaos.
True.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, Ian, what else did you want to ask?
Oh, my question. Yes, so this is bringing us way back to the third movie, but I did want to ask you this because you talked about it so much, which is that back in 2024, there were the trailers for Sonic Movie 3, and there were those parts where you're like, guys, the framing, and I agree with you on this, the framing is all whack because they're framing it in such a way where there should be another character. And I'm not saying this to dog on you because I agree with them. So did they frame it in that way because they're stupid? Because that framing in those trailers was silly and weird, and it did genuinely look like there should be something here because the characters were just placed weirdly. So what is the deal with that? What do you think the deal is?
I think they were fully aware of people were asking the question of, is Amy going to be in this movie? And because if you look at the way that's framed in the final film itself, it looks fine. Like, it doesn't have a weird blank space there. Like, they're actually lined up quite well. It could have been maybe that it was just a early VFX composite and the shot wasn't fully finished, but then again, why would it be off-center? I think, like, where you place them is one of the earliest things that you'd factor in.
Well, yeah. Also, you're making a trailer. You want it to look nice.
I think the reality was they were just like, hey, just shift them over a little bit and get the internet talking.
Get people baiting. I mean, I genuinely could see them doing that. Yeah, but that was just a thing that you talked about a lot, and I just fully agree with. Like, not that it was going to be Amy, but just like, yeah, this is weird. They shouldn't frame it this way. So I just, I was wondering your conclusion on that was. So thank you.
Because, I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home had done that as well. Like, when they had, like, the villains charging, and it was like, what the hell is the Lizard and Electro actually aiming for here, you know? And I know that, like,
I
Dilnor...
still genuinely think they're doing it with Brand New Day.
I don't think so, because Dilnor was asking me about the final shot of the Brand New Day trailer where the hand is launching itself at Spider-Man and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's an homage to a comic book cover. And in that comic book cover, it wasn't Spider-Man, but it was still one person going up against the hand. And I think the idea is it's supposed to look like, wow, he's very overwhelmed by this, you know? Like, there's a lot of these guys going after him, and the big power play is going to be how well he fights them, I think is what's happening with that. Plus, the framing looks complete. You've got a building on the left of it that completes the framing and blocking quite nicely. So I genuinely don't think that's what's happening there. I could be wrong,
too.
But
yeah.
I mean, we know that Marvel do manipulate their trailers, so there's going to be some shots that are definitely not going to be what they seem. And I'm really hoping that they'll keep the wrinkles on the costume in the movie because, like, that makes it look tangible.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't mean to. No,
that's fine. That's fine.
It just was something that stood out to me, so I was curious.
So, real quick, actually, there's obviously more voice actors announced. Well, more actors announced. Sorry, voices do come into it. Keanu Reeves is returning as Shadow, and that's another thing that's making me very happy because, as we discussed, Frank, as well, like we were saying that 4 had more of a chance of being kind of best of the rest at the best case scenario. You know, like because 3 feels like the big. This is it kind of movie, you know. Knowing Shadow's back for this one, I am wondering how they're going to factor him in, how they're going to make his story kind of work, and obviously that's the writer's job to weave this around it and stuff like that. And I actually have a lot of faith in this writing team. They've done nothing but a good work so far. And they different writers did Knuckles, okay? So I'm not making any mistakes in what I'm saying there. I've got full faith in the writers at this point. Just knowing that Shadow's there does give it another chance that, like, hey, maybe this could build upon 3 in a really cool way and be just as good, or maybe even better if we're lucky. We'd have to be very lucky, but it's like if we see other bits of like Sonic's world and stuff like that, and some more crazy environments, and we've got big Metal Sonic fights with Sonic and Shadow battling out side by side, Amy's in there and stuff, like, and just for that alone, I'm gonna admit, this is the most at ease I've ever been about a Sonic movie coming out. Like, because with Sonic 1, it's obviously like, is it going to be good in the first place? You know, like, just because they fix the design doesn't mean the whole film's going to be good. Then, like, with Sonic 2, it's like, you know, are they going to improve upon some of the areas from the previous one? And then comes Sonic 3. I guess my main concern was I really wanted to see Amy be a part of that movie because of her role in Sonic Adventure 2's story, and as well as that, then you've got the whole squad, you know? Like, once you've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, that's the crew. That's the team, and I kind of wanted them fully assembled. But, like, Sonic 3 worked perfectly well. Like, I think, you know, the story was very nicely put together and stuff like that, and I liked Shadow's reason for turning to the light side and all that. So, like, you know, I can look past that. And we got Amy in the post-credits, but it's like, now we've basically got all the characters I want to see. Like, the most, anyway. Like, we've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Dr. Robotnik, all in one movie. And possibly more characters as well, because it's been announced that Ben Kingsley, as well as Matt Berry, who was one of the other ones? There's Ben Kingsley, Matt Berry, Richard Ayoade's one of them. Was there other ones? Come on, help me here, guys. There was another one.
There was like one more, but I don't remember.
Nick Offerman! How did I forget? Nick Offerman. I guess I've been watching Parks and Rec recently, and Nick Offerman is hilarious in that. So I believe all bar, I think, Richard Ayoade are voice roles in this, or at least listed as voice roles. So it'll be interesting. Like, some people have speculated maybe Chaotix or something like that, but I can't necessarily imagine Matt Berry playing anyone in the Chaotix, nor could I imagine really Nick Offerman playing anyone in the Chaotix. I mean,
that's just way too many characters.
Is it confirmed Nick Offerman is a VA?
I think it said
it's
voice.
just on the IMDb list, isn't it? That's the only confirmation so far.
No, I think it said voice, but I might be wrong. Different people seem to say different things. I've had like 10 different conversations with 10 different people. Some say Nick Offerman's voice, some say Richard Ayoade's voice. I don't really know anymore, to be honest, but like I'm just kind of going by what I've been told at this point. But I also wouldn't say too many characters, Ian, personally. Like, my view is they know what they're doing as long as they pace it, you know? Like, at the end of the day, like, because Spider-Man No Way Home had 5 fucking villains. And that worked. Brand New Day, I think, has even more villains and stuff like that, and even more little characters kind of coming together. And like at the end of the day, like
oh no, I'm not saying you can't make it work, but I'm saying that is a lot of characters. Someone's gonna have to get less screen time. And do we want the Chaotix, I guess, like first introduction to be more of like bit characters? I guess you could, but we already have bit characters. They're called Tom and Maddie. So
yeah, unless they kind of wanted to slowly
better as a TV show.
Unless they wanted to, like, slowly but surely phase out Tom and Maddie, because, I mean, that is kind of what's happening. Like, they've been getting less and less and less screen time, and no offense to the actors, but to that I say good, because I do like the human characters enough, but it's like, if there's a choice between that and a character from the games, move aside Tom and Maddie, like, let's get the Sonic characters in here.
They've also been given a nice proper arc about Sonic growing up, and that is kind of the big thing I really don't want for this movie, is I hope it's not another Sonic needs to grow up storyline, because I just feel like we've done that more than enough.
Yeah, or like Amy's going to move in with the Wachowskis along with Sonic, Tails, and... Like, it's time to, I think, move on from domesticated Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I was also going to say that I think the real thing that is hinging on this movie being like number one, like out of the three, is either Metal Sonic or Amy, and I think especially Amy, just because the reason Sonic 3 is so good is because Shadow's story is really good. He is a fully fleshed out character. He has really a lot of time given to him that you care about. You want to see him grow. You want to see him overcome. So if you don't have that for any of these other movies, the only other movie that really can compete with that is Sonic 1 for Sonic's story, if you really enjoy his endearing role in that. And then Sonic 2 kind of has Knuckles, but it's like really truncated, so it's not really like given as much depth and weight as especially Shadow. So if Amy is given like that amount of like love and attention, which I really hope she is, I hope this isn't a Tails situation where it's like, oh, Sonic movie 2, it's got the Tails color in the thing, but he does nothing.
I
really
think personally, I think Amy's going to be fine with the screen time. I think, if anything, I think Tails and Knuckles, maybe Shadow, I don't know, I definitely feel like Tails and Knuckles are not going to have that much of screen time, personally.
Although I don't know, because they had
why.
that whole they stick together theme with Sonic 3, and it very much ended with kind of them sticking together and stuff. So
if anyone gets shafted, it is Shadow. Shadow will be the one.
Shadow was the focus of the last one. I reckon he'll probably be like maybe living like a nomad life in this one, and he'll just be around and stuff like that, and he'll have his own thing going on off to the side, and eventually he'll get pulled into battle, and it'll be really cool and sick and stuff, and it'll be like, we have to team up again. And you know what'd be sick?
He's part of like a B plot with Stone or something.
It'd be super awesome.
I unironically could see that happening.
Obviously, they're never going to do this in a million years because, God forbid, a girl character get a super form. But, like, wouldn't it be amazing if we got, like, a final battle with, like, all the Metal Sonics and stuff, and you got Super Sonic, Super Shadow, and Super Amy?
I genuinely think they will give her a super form because I don't think anyone can stop Jeff Fowler.
Well, there are areas where you can see that Sega's mandates have actually stepped in front of Paramount. Like, for example, one of the deleted scenes from the first Sonic movie features Sonic mentioning that he did some light crying at the baseball court, and it's like, yeah, we know that as far as Sega's concerned, Sonic crying is a big no-no. And there were points where, like, when Tom was nearly iced, where fucking Sonic looked like he was on the verge of it, but obviously quickly pulls himself together and stuff. I think they're not allowed to do that, and I think there's certain areas where they are just still beholden to some degree of Sega control, but I think they have proven quite a bit of wiggle room, or proven to know how to operate within that in very interesting ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like you said, I'm very confident in the movie. I think it's just absolutely going to be good. So now, will it be the best one? Who knows? But I think it could be. So
it certainly has potential.
I think in terms of the casting, though, I kind of have this theory, and I think I've seen a few others online have this kind of theory. I'm starting to think Ben Kingsley and Matt Berry are all bottom Q-bot.
Which I genuinely do like as an idea. I think
kind of like
fun.
it, but I have one problem with it. Is I feel like
Matt Berry's supposed to be the dumper.
Yeah, Matt Berry should be Dumpy Dumpy. But I think even kind of worse yet is like, we're talking about undermining Robotnik's ending in Sonic 3, but wouldn't him getting new lackeys and effectively replacing Stone just undercut that way worse?
That's why it matters that he's an alternate reality Robotnik where Stone died and you replaced him with soulless robots. There you go.
Or you could just have the Robotnik we have retain some character development, I'd say, because if you just want to make him Russian
he
dolls,
was in Sonic 2. He made a stone with a face and called it Agent Stone.
Yeah, and in Sonic 2 he hadn't had all that character development. Try again, Penguin. Debate me,
we
bro.
don't know what.
Yeah, so now it'll be an alternate reality Robotnik, and I get what I want, and it's all good. So.
I want it to be the main one. I think Russian doll storytelling is stupid, and I would prefer if they just had a developed version of Robotnik.
I think this is all just looping around to there's going to be a lot to balance with this film. Is the main issue? There's going to be a lot to balance.
This is also true. Like it's a tricky thing, but at the end of the day, if Pixar could make a Toy Story 4 work, I think they can make Jim Botnick's Return work. And if you disagree with me that Toy Story 4 worked, you might be worthless.
I'm glad you also like that movie.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie. But yeah, then again, like, okay, if these are voice roles, who could they play? Who would we want them to play? I mean, wouldn't it be just the bee's knees if Matt Berry were Charmy, because in my Chaotix Case Files review,
it's me, Charmy B.
I've said in my Chaotix Case Files review that there's an annoying trend with Sonic characters that whenever they're kids, they must be high-pitched all the time. When it's like, have you not seen Shrek 4 with the "do the roar" kid? Like, they can sound all kinds of fucking sounds, you know? Like, why does Charmy always have to be like, "Hey, guys, I'm a bee"? Like, here's the thing. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, perfect tales. Absolutely perfect tales. Her Charmy, particularly in Case Files, sounds like Bart Simpson's Mickey Mouse impression. I'm the mascot of an evil corporation. It's stupid. Kids don't need to sound like that. So have Matt Berry as Charmy.
No, I think Matt Berry should be Sage.
Matt
If
Berry.
they introduce Sage.
Oh,
They
no,
introduce
no,
Sage.
no. I figured it out. It'll be Matt Berry. Matt Berry as cheese. Like, Cream will be like, oh, Cheese
hello,
is about to say his
Cream,
first
it
word.
is me.
Hello there, Cream the Rabbit. It is me, your beloved Chowpet, Cheese.
I could see it.
I mean,
Matt
that was
Berry
the
should
joke
just
with
be
the
everyone,
Minecraft.
let's be honest.
That was the joke with the Minecraft movie was, oh, it's a character that doesn't usually talk, and it talks in the voice of Matt Berry, because the comedy of Matt Berry comes from the fact that he's a strangely elegant man with strangely elegant speech. Like,
I've been, honestly, I've been kind of obsessed with him, like, the last few months.
no, like, he is like,
Yeah.
listen, I gotta make this completely clear. I'm not gay, but like Matt Berry, low-key kind of sexy in a way, you know, like in a strange, like in a cosmic sort of sense. Yes.
Indeed, I guess.
How did we get here again? Sorry.
Matt Berry
I don't
was
know what he
cast
looks
in
or sounds like,
the
so I don't
movie.
know.
Yeah, it's
And
taking
Pete
it's taking a
Costin.
unique turn of just you self-admitting this stuff.
Richard Ayoade is problematic due to allegiances with very aggressive, harassing transphobe Graham Linehan, who he's very aware of and endorsed a book that features his very transphobic views. So I'm not jazzed about that, to be honest. And Ben Kingsley's a twat. And these are not like the Kirsten Bell allegation, okay? I swear these ones are actually well researched. You'll just have to take my word for it and know that as a YouTuber, I'm usually full of shit. But, yeah, you know how it is.
You should always trust whatever your favorite on internet personality has to say.
Yeah, always.
Word for word. You
Yep.
never question them.
Fucking
you
kill
pay-
news reporters.
You must donate every single bit of your money, and then don't. You just never acknowledge that you paid it, and that's the way the world works, and you'll be happy about it.
Winter Rain
You
says
will be
that Matt Berry's cheese joke is literally how the live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie did that with the baby character. Yes, you are absolutely correct about that. But the thing is, that is an old joke. That's an old staple. The thing is, the Fairly Odd Parents joke was that the baby was black, and that's really weird how aged that is. Like, for a movie that came out, when did the Fairly Odd movie come out?
God knows.
I like to think that the Fairly Odd movie is kind of like what the Tom Topics movie would be like.
My favorite part of the Fairly Odd Parents live action movies is that Kiryu from Yakuza is in one of them.
Oh gosh. They're so
Yeah.
unbelievably
What?
screaming for budget. It's insane. The fact the final battle of the first film takes place in a fucking ball pit is insane. And it's not even like an elaborate
Yeah, I'm not
ball
lying
pit.
about that, Tom. Hold on.
I'm just bewildered at that sentence you just said. I can't.
Yeah, here you go. It's an advertisement for Yakuza Dead Souls of all things as well. I put it in the bounce
Oh
back.
god, it's that old. It's that old. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hang on a sec.
I'm not going
just
to question
grab
why
my
there's a
butter.
I'm not going to question why there's a flying van. I assume that's just something to do with the film, but it's just weird to see Kiryu in the flesh like that.
But any theories on who these guys could be playing? I think Ben Kingsley could potentially be Metal Sonic, and I think it'd be really cool if he used his Mandarin voice from Iron Man 3, that "you'll never see
That would
me
be
coming"
cool.
voice.
I could also see Nick Offerman being Metal Sonic just because you could.
I can't see that. Nick
you've got, like, a
Offerman.
Parks
Nick
and
Offerman's
Rec-
not menacing. Like, I've never seen Nick Offerman be
true.
menacing. He's respectable. He's very honorable. That's
Yeah.
Nick Offerman. Maybe Nick Offerman's like Robotnik's dad, who's actually a really good man.
I could see that.
Like, Robotnik's long-lost dad turns out to actually be a super nice guy, and that, like, Gerald and Robotnik himself, Ivo Robotnik, were
What
just
if it's Matt Berry?
weirdos. Matt Berry is Robotnik's uncle. What if we're just exploring the entire Robotnik family lineage?
No, I was talking about Matt Berry, Neo Metal.
Oh, Matt Berry Neo Metal. Or maybe that'll be the thing, is like they'll actually genuinely commit to the bit of having Metal Sonic be a silent antagonist for the majority of the movie, and then when he gets a voice chip, he's like,
Maybe.
"Oh, hello there." Oh, I just realized that's gonna be a voice chip joke for Cubot, and he's gonna be Matt Berry for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when they?
I hope they make Metal Sonic played by Ben Schwartz. That would make the most sense. So
That would be
they should
cool.
do that.
The thing is, I've been shot down so many times for saying that Metal Sonic should have Sonic's voice.
Well, they're wrong.
Thank you. That actually, like, that's healing. That's what we call healing. Fuck you, old cast. That is healing.
He is Metal Sonic. Why would he not?
I mean, yeah, he's meant to be like a replicant of Sonic, so like, but then again, I also understand the logic of like, if Robotnik were to make a Sonic replicant, of course he'd take his ability to speak away.
Indeed.
And that being said, they have explored that with Chaos Sonic and Sonic Prime, and it was a bit much in Sonic Prime, but that is because Sonic himself was a bit much, and that's no slight against Devin Mack. In fact, I think Devin Mack is as good of a Sonic voice actor as you could ever ask for. I just wish he would dealt a better hand writing-wise. And then Sonic Boom kind of did it with Cybonic, and when Cybonic got put into bully mode for the episode where Sonic and friends are trying to save the rec center, that is a real fun sentence to say, actually. Is like, wow, there's Cybonic versus Sonic, and Cybonic's in bully mode, and they're trying to save the rec center.
I think I will say, just to bring back about the what do we call him? Grim Sonic, Chaos Sonic thing?
Chaos Sonic.
Yeah, like I think the idea of having a Sonic actor play the metal counterpart is a good idea, and it can work even with a hyperactive Sonic, because you can look at Sonic Heroes. Like, Sonic in that game is very hyperactive. And yet Ryan Drummond's performance as Neo Metal is very menacing. It's very different take.
I never even knew it was
they
him.
do with Sonic.
I think the thing is, he's kind of modulated beyond recognition in that game. Because the majority of the time he speaks like this.
That's
Sonic. That, to me, if you're gonna get him to sound, if he's gonna have Sonic's voice, it would make way more sense for him to be like, "Hello there, you inferior fucking Sonic. How's it going, organic me or squishy me or whatever?" And he's like got a slight filter on his voice, you know. Maybe don't make him quite the yapper that movie Sonic is, but like,
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, at least, like, because what I like about the filter, or like the effect they've got going on in Heroes Metal, is he does sound like his voice is booming. It is basically like, you will listen to me when I speak.
Yeah, I just don't get the point in having Ryan Drummond do that, though, other than just that he's available, because he doesn't sound like Ryan Drummond. Or, like, it doesn't sound like Sonic.
I guess. Yeah.
Then again, it makes way more sense than him sound like Venom, like he does in Sonic X Shadow Generations, but yeah, it is what it is.
Indeed.
Yeah. Alright, shall we move on to Chaotix Case Files?
Sure.
So we got a finale for that. It's done now. What did we think?
I didn't watch it.
Ian, why would you not watch it, knowing that we were inevitably going to talk about it today?
I
gave me it gave me that feeling of a Doctor Who finale a little bit.
What?
in a good way or a bad way?
I mean, that sounds bad.
Bad way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
I feel like they could have done a lot more with Infinite. It very much.
I mean, real
feels
quick,
like-
Ian, are you okay with spoilers?
Oh yeah, go for it. I mean, I know everything that happens. So
Okay.
Okay. Infinite, they could have done a lot more with. It feels like they kind of. A part of me wonders if it's Sega going, you can't go too crazy with him in this episode because we have plans. Because the way they end it off, it just feels like a setup. And I don't know, like maybe it's just because like the previous episode had such a amazing build up. Like I don't know, I was just expecting a bit more. And yeah, like John on chat says, it's like you just go back to the status quo quite quickly with this.
Actually, yeah, like when you say about the status quo thing, so I certainly wouldn't compare it to a Doctor Who finale. Like the Doctor Who finales over the
that's how I
past years
felt.
have been some of the most poorly constructed fucking pieces of fiction you'll ever find. But this
No,
was
but I
not.
mean, it just came off as like a wet fart.
This
that's
I
all.
wouldn't have
That's
said
me
this was.
personally.
I wouldn't have said this was bad by any stretch. There are issues with it, for definite. I think when you mention kind of like it wraps itself up very quickly, I think the problem is that Sonic and his friends just seem to decide it's over. Like Infinite vanishes. And he's done a vanishing act several times. There's been several points throughout the story where where's Infinite gone and stuff, and then they're like, oh, there he is. But this time they're like, whoa, where did Infinite go? Well, at least he's gone. That's what matters, right? We won. It's like, well, okay, you've just decided it's over, Sonic. Okay, that's fine. But
like
it's
sitting in the
like,
back. Well, that'd be awkward if I came back.
well, no, because Infinite literally says, like, you'll see me again, Sonic, when you least expect it. And Sonic's like, looking forward to it. And again, Sonic is a complete psychopath. Because this guy ultimately was involved in this war, which is like the origin of Tails' trauma in Sonic Frontiers.
Literally
I think the fact that like
created several war crimes.
Goes like he directly targets Sonic because some people are like, oh, they're just setting it up for like another season of the Chaotic Space Files. Just to me, the fact that he directly says that to Sonic, it just feels like, all right, so he's going to be in some sort of future game or whatever.
Well, that for me was
like,
good news, because that was the big thing I was worried about, was just wrapping up Infinite's story entirely and being like, okay, washing our hands of it now. There you go, you got Infinite back, but it was exclusive to the audio drama. Well, you didn't think we were going to do anything cool for the games now, did you? That said, that's not like a guarantee. I will say this. I really wish Episode 8 didn't exist. I don't actually say that as like it's a bad thing or anything, but this is my own fault for, buying into the hype of a hypothetical. I was like, oh, what if Episode 7 ends on a cliffhanger and it leads into the next mainline game? Silly Walter. That wasn't going to happen, was it? And now it's like, okay, I got more excited for a Sonic game than I've ever gotten before, not even knowing if that's ever even going to be the fucking case. Like, files. So I'm a little pissed off with myself for getting overexcited. But I really didn't think this was bad. I think the issue was that it's an action sequence in an audio drama. It's very ambitious to do in an audio drama. So you've got all this, like, clones appearing in and out and stuff like that, and they're doing homing attacks and shooting them down, and they're getting lost up in it and stuff. And all they can really do is say, oh, he's hit that other Tails. Oh, he's turned into that one. Oh, he's doing this. And then it will be like SBO needs to go stop him. It's like, there's 2 switches on the end of the platform, and I'll bet I have to hit them both, but they're on the other side. And it's like, so here's the thing. The exposition problem only really became a problem for me in Episode 7, and Episode 8 kind of goes further, and it's because throughout that point, you've had the voiceover of Vector, because you've had the framing device of Vector recounting events and stuff, so it made sense.
Yeah.
As soon as it got to the present day, it became clear that they weren't quite sure how to communicate things. But what's weird is it's not only expositional, there's so many redundant lines of dialogue where, like, Tails will be like, whoa, he went over. No. It'll go, he just punched him. What a punch! He went over the horizon. It's like you only needed one of those lines to make that point, basically. Like, why is there so much?
Guys, don't you have sound effects? Hello?
The thing is, I also understand that, like, you have to illustrate that with sound effects and stuff, but, like, you don't need 3 lines and a sound effect to communicate that. And I also understand that this is for children. I know, Ian, you mentioned about, like, quality and stuff, and kids do deserve quality, but at the same time, it is also very important that kids are able to follow along with it. And, like, I think when you've got something in the mystery genre and it's an audio drama and it's a continuous story, maybe it is good to just reaffirm things a little bit. At the same time, I think there's got to be a middle ground to where you can kind of communicate these things well enough for kiddos without kind of breaking the immersion. Another instance of, like, redundant shit as well was how, like, at the end of the game, like, Vector's like, oh, geez, we're all frauds, but then they start complimenting each other and basically spelling out how their arcs went in the end. And they didn't need to do that because the song comes on and they've changed the lyrics to be about the culmination of their arc. And it's like, you could have just had the song do that. Like, it says the same thing. Well,
actually, with that one, I feel like if you start playing the song, people are like, oh, it's okay, it's over now. I mean, because like with every other episode, they would play the main theme and it's like, oh, okay, so this is over. They could stop listening at this point. So some people might do that.
Yeah, but again, that's that Netflix model of, like, entertainment, and, like, it's kind of agreed that sucks. Like, second screen entertainment.
It sucks, but a lot of people who
kids like it.
Days, they're trained on it. They're
yeah, but you have to
consume media that way.
The only way to fix it is to retrain them. Like, make a story that doesn't hold their hand and has a worthwhile ending. Like,
yes, but unfortunately, that's not.
But
I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unfortunately,
I don't see it happening, but I'm going to push back against it until it's gone. Like, that's just.
Oh,
it's like,
well,
I want to eradicate Gen AI, and my mum says, "Oh, that's a tall order. You're probably unlikely going to do that." I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to stop trying until it's gone.
Right. Well, and again, the thing is, like, even if you need to have a character say, like, okay, you need to explain to the kids that someone got punched. It's like, okay, you could, instead of writing, wow, he got punched, you could say, ow, that was quite the wallop, man.
Well, the thing is, no, Tangle literally yells, what a punch. And then, I think Charmy says he got him really hard, and then Tails says he went right over the horizon. And that's the thing. I'm also seeing Mega Man 12, Proto Man 14 saying, I think you have to remember that there will be deaf people reading the script. And that's a fair point, but you can still retain information through reading it. This isn't even about just comprehension and stuff. This is purely about retention. And people are capable of retaining information and stuff. But I think companies need to resist and not give in to this whole short attention span thing. Just promise there'll be something worth waiting for. Like, I think that's the other thing, is a lot of these, like, Netflix model entertainment things. I mean, Doctor Who took a lot of cues from that kind of thing. And what you ended up with was a show that over-communicates itself and has a shit ending that wasn't even worth watching, and it just slides off of your brain afterwards. What you need is something that doesn't say, oh, audience, I'll meet you on your terms. It's okay that you're looking at your whittle phone. Oh, you need a show that commands the audience's attention and then has something that says, hey, I'm really glad I invested. I'm really glad I looked up from my screen. And then keep it coming. That's the only way it can be done.
And again, if the defeatist attitude is, well, I mean, everyone's an idiot now, so you have to make things for idiots. Well, that's great. If they're an idiot, that means they're just going to watch it and enjoy it, right? So we can make something for the smart people too, and then the idiots will enjoy it. If that's what we're saying. If we're, like, throwing our hands up and just saying that people will just eat anything, perfect. Make something good. They won't know the difference.
But also, like, anyone that's like one of these drooling Neanderthal dullards incapable of, connecting with fiction isn't going to be listening to an audiobook in the first place.
And if they are, they'll enjoy it. Great, perfect. That's what we're establishing. So
that's the other thing as well. Is like, yeah, a lot of Sonic fans tend to, like, defend very corporate decisions based on, but the general audience will like it better that way. The general audience are the least scrutinizing people in the world. Like, they genuinely don't know what room they're in. So, like, just make it appeal to people who give a shit.
Yeah, and it appealed to them too. Perfect.
And
Well done.
I see Winter Rain 1 saying, Pup, that's what a Sonic TV show is for, not an audio drama. No, in an audio drama, you still have to write it as though it is a visual medium in terms of dialogue, because otherwise it's an immersion breaker. I literally have a housemate who works in audio professionally. He's done like different audio dramas for Big Finish and stuff, and I chatted with him about this, and he was like, yes, it still needs to sound diegetic, it still needs to sound natural. It being an audio drama is not an excuse to just spell things out, no, basically.
Well, especially when, again, you can spell, like, I watch a lot of shonen stories, which are like made for kids. And in those stories, they'll often have like background characters being like, wow, he just did this thing, or like, wow, can you believe this happened? And usually the way they get across that is like either the character sounds like really enthused, or they have like a lot of energy to it, so it sounds like charming, or you just write it in a way that's like fun, or like you write the like if you want to lean into the idea that it's childish, like, and I mean a good way, like in the way of like, oh, it's whimsical, or it's just or simple, right? Then lean into that. Make it fun. You don't have to repeat something 3 times. You can just say it the one, like Tails saying "what a punch." That's simple. That's easy peasy. That sounds like something a kid would say, or something you would enjoy. Like if you watch, again, like a shonen anime, and they went like, "Wow, Goku, what a punch!" You'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I love Goku." You know, just do that.
Yeah,
they don't have to say it 3
that
times.
line was genuinely enough. Like that's the thing, is that they actually have lines that can work. Now the thing is, I also do have to make clear, because the amount of times people have been like, oh, but the way you said it made it sound like you hated it. All right, look, get off your second screen and look at me for a second, okay? I'm criticizing it. That doesn't mean I think it's bad. That doesn't mean I'm saying the writers can't do shit, all right? Look at me. Look, away from the phone, look at me, all right? I think this was a brilliant... Shut the fuck up, Tom. Get off your screen. I thought this was a brilliant first foray into the audiobook medium. Genuinely, I thought this was a really strong little audio drama. And I actually thought the finale was good. These exposition things are there. That is an issue. But again, I'm not saying I fucking hate this or that the writers are incompetent or any shit. I'm saying we're seeing just a couple of little growing pains into this new medium, which are to be expected. I'm the same guy that still adores Sonic Forces, despite the fact... Are you looking at me? Get off your fucking phone. Get off your phone. Yeah, I love Frontiers, despite the fact that I have criticisms of it by the metric fuck ton. Just because you guys can't admit the heroes is fucking bad doesn't mean I can't goddamn admit the issues with things I like, damn it.
It always comes back to heroes.
It has to. It has to, because Sonic fans...
Maintaining the hero's agenda is our top priority.
Sonic Frontiers fans will be like, hey, look at this piece of shit. I love this little piece of garbage. While Heroes fans will be like, actually, the bad controls add to the challenge. It's a good thing that it controls like ass. I love the elevator. Those robot storms are fucking brilliant. The character battles are so entertaining. Skill issue. Anyone that doesn't like it has a skill issue.
This is all in reference to what one person has said on their stance on the game.
I fuck around. I know. I actually do fuck around with Cisco. We actually had a proper little chat and stuff. And like at the end of the day, no, I know where Cisco stands. Cisco knows where I stand. Like it's actually a very down to earth thing.
I know it's just.
But no, I'm not even parroting Cisco here though. I'm genuinely talking about just Sonic Heroes fans in general. Like, if you try and stream the game and you fall through a rail, someone will just be like, oh, you're just a skill issue. You need to get good. You're supposed to hold down this button at this specific time to get that to work. Oh, you're just not turning early enough. You just need to turn earlier.
Look,
I think it's good that the combat doesn't have any sound effects.
Here's the thing. The game is held together with rubber bands and dreams, right?
Like Frontiers,
and Izuka's blood, sweat, and tears.
And Izuka's literal blood, sweat, and vomit and tears.
Yeah, that's right. I still like Heroes. I still like what it was trying to be.
Yeah.
It's not it's not the greatest game ever, but I wouldn't fully say it's outright like terrible. Now Sonic Superstars I would, but we're not talking about Sonic Superstars. Sonic
See,
Heroes
I'm kind of
is
like
not too bad.
I do think Heroes is a bad game. Well, I think Superstars isn't a bad game, but I think it's very bone average, and I'm not a massive fan of it. My main thing is just like with Sonic Superstars, at least like holding forward doesn't feel like I'm sticking a pin in my toenail.
It does to me.
Well, you don't like momentum? Don't do. Look, we can say look, we can say momentum. All right, new legislation in Sunset City. We are now allowed to say momentum without this stupid fucking nonsense fucking irritating thing that grinds against my brain every time I hear it. Certain
Thanks,
sounds
Trey.
just don't vibe well with me, and mama does not.
Mama Luigi, no.
That's
was Trey's
Mama
parting
Luigi to
gift.
you, Mario. I thought Trey's passing gift was the cum pass, and I still don't know what that is.
Let's keep it that way.
All right, well, what do you quacks think of the Chaotix case files? Come on. I can't do all this heavy lifting, I'm tired.
Of what I heard of it, I thought it was all right. I mean, I don't
What,
usually
you
listen to
heard
audio
of it?
dramas.
You said you
I
listened to it
didn't-
today.
I listened to the end today because I was being like, okay, what was the ending again? I can't remember. I don't know. It was all right. I liked it. It was fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It could have been
I like-
a bit better.
I mean, I found it neat how they wove Infinite back into it all again.
I'm still very
That was-
happy with,
yeah.
Infinite's got a much more dignified return,
Yeah.
and I do love his new characterization, and I love how menacing Alejandro Saab sounds as Infinite. He sounds a little bit more playful than Liam O'Brien, and that's no disrespect to Liam O'Brien. I thought he was very menacing as Infinite as well, but I do love kind of how Alejandro Saab's built upon Liam O'Brien's performance rather than just like doing his own thing entirely or just imitating. Like he's just built on it, and I think that's very cool. I think
just hope we see
his-
Infinite in a game or
Me too.
something going forward. 'Cause,
There is
like,
also-
if he's just in this, like, I don't know.
There is also the possibility that, this could lead into IDW stuff. Another thing is we never found out who Infinite's benefactor was, so things are, off...
yeah,
are
that's
not
true.
off the table. And also, I believe there's a bit with, a Morse code thing that I think someone in the comments mentions, spells out infinity, so it's like, oh, I wonder who that's... I love the idea, we'll meet again, Sonic. When we least expect it, it's just the next thing, hello, Sonic.
It's me. I went to
Imagine
your
if he
house.
was in Crossworlds.
I see you're getting your mail.
He should be really petty. It should just be like, Sonic is going to go to Don Facio's for a delicious chili dog, sees the whole cart on fire, and Infinite just holding a match ah ha ha ha!
I need
I
a-
was really kind
Return
of hoping he
paying
would
us.
show up in Crossworlds, because that'd be when you least expect it, and he just pulls up in this.
Yeah, I do
He
think
should
that's
be in
a big-
the
car or
sickest car, and he's got his left shoulder over the back of it, and he's holding the wheel with one hand, looks over, winks because he's only got one eye on show anyway, he's like. He got the rival dial. He's like, time to put up or shut up, Infinite. I'll see you on the tracks. I fucked your bitch, Sonic. Ah ha ha ha! I disguised myself as you. I handle the curves like an expert.
Scourge? Oh, there it is.
I mean, Infinite with Scourge logic, unfortunately. Yes, it seems.
So we played these games before.
Je suis l'heure. All right. Well, shall we do super chats?
I think so.
Okay, we'll do super chats. I will now do the super chat. All right. I'm just waiting for the thing to load.
I have I just booted
Yeah.
up Street Fighter 6 to get the Mega Man stuff.
You got your booty up. Here's a big duck. Slide in the peanut butter.
Also, rip Fortnite bot lobbies.
They got rid of them.
Yeah.
There's a problem with player accounts, and they don't have their level show up. So when you go into your career, it'll have your account level, and it just has the pound sign for it or whatever. They don't have
Brazilian
the actual
real.
number.
Frank.
they don't have the actual numbers, so you can't do the bot lobbies anymore with like low level accounts.
Oh
That means
man.
quests are gonna be a little harder to get done.
Oh, going back to 2018 era. Hell yeah.
I hate it because that was the easiest way to get my quests done. Because I mean, if I really wanted to sit down and play, I would
Life
sit down and
isn't
play.
easy.
Well, this game was easy for a while. And they're like, you know what? Let's raise the price of V-Bucks because we need the
Skill
rock."
issue. I actually would enjoy if they increased the price of the V-Bucks in Sonic Heroes.
I'm not gonna take this from a low
This
skill
man
player.
just says shit.
Did you say a low speed player?
Low skill player, though. If you want to add that as well, feel free.
Look, man, I got other things to do, like fucking bitches. I haven't got round to it yet, but like we'll get there.
I
And
don't know what you do
crossbows
with
again.
dogs, okay?
Hey. Don't try and catch me out while I'm doing super chats. My attention's divided.
You've been caught.
I hate you, Tom. I hate you, Tom. I hate you, Tom.
Well, the reason I was doing the whole Fortnite thing was because they have
Fortnite.
a mobile exclusive thing you can get, and it's stupidly easy to pick up. Just earn a little bit of experience, and then you invite a player, or you use the invite friend option when you get into your menu. Once you do that, you don't even have to invite anybody, and it just gives you the free skin.
Or the foreskin, if you want to go up one and more.
Sorry, Mike Pollock.
Wait
not
a
allowed.
minute.
You're not allowed.
You can't say that about me. It's stretchy. Anyways, on to the next super chats. So, shall we do this in just order of the call then? Just for simplicity?
Sure.
All right, then, Penguin, it's your turn with Pete the Powercock.
Mecha Kramer with $5 Canadian.
Thank you, Mecha Kramer.
You guys should do an off-track episode on the Amazing Digital Circus.
The only thing I've seen from Amazing Digital Circus is the fish scene.
Hey, dude.
Dude, you ruined it. I'm the one that tells lies.
Well, that's just because that was when you tried fucking mixing or you tried turning a conversation about Demon Hunters into something about Sonic, and Dave and I were just like, no.
What does that have to do with any shit?
Well, because Dave posted the gif of the one fish, like, dude, you ruined it.
But fuck you, man. Like, I just wanted to inject some boy shit into your girl shit, okay? Like,
Want to have a good game, have a good time.
just want to have a good game, a good time. That wasn't going to happen, Wings. You always crash
Take
out.
this shit
Like,
no more, man.
you always crash out. Why did you ever think you were going to have a good... It's like with fucking In The Apprentice when Alan Sugar's all like, oh, you boozed up the first challenge. It's like, what did you expect was going to happen? This happens every fucking year. You moldy old man. Anyways.
It's sugar. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, big old sugar tits. All right.
Sugar.
I refuse to call him Lord Alan Sugar. I do not honor OBEs. Fuck that. Like, I don't care.
Lord.
You're a Sir Ben Kingsley. Dude, you're a loser if you accept that. Like, I'm gonna be real. Alright, anyways, Borger. Franken.
Captain
you're
Cold
up.
Cuts with $1.99 US. Does Sega have Gun and Tori off limits for IDW?
I sure hope not. And there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Captain Cold Cuts. How you doing? I would
Hey,
hope
once
not
again-
by this point. The thing is, it does seem like for every step forward Sega have been making in, like, you know, even just Tails tubes and stuff like that, IDW have been kind of left behind in a lot of that stuff. Like, even when it came down to, like, you know, like Tails tube distinctly, definitively saying, yes, humans exist on our world and stuff. The IDW is like, hey, here's Westopolis, except it's now San Francisco from Sonic Adventure 2, and it's inhabited by little scrunkly dunklies. And it's like, I understand there's
Like,
people
what's
that do prefer the Anthro world, but, like, that's not how it is, ever was intended to be. And it's just kind of narrative gaslight when you think about it. It's like, hey,
It's fine for areas that we've seen them like hang around in, but when it's like
the whole world.
wasn't there a comic where they did like it was like either Spagonia or Station Square, and they had like the
No. So they did.
Those
They
were
did.
Westopolis.
No, yeah, Westopolis, as I mentioned with the.
Okay, sorry.
But also, no, you are right though about Spagonia because there's a comic where Blaze and Sonic run through Spagonia. The difference is that it's empty.
Yep, it's completely empty.
Yeah.
It's a barren no man's land because God forbid IDW backgrounds have anything going on in them. And that's no disrespect to the artists or anything like that. What they're actually doing with these backgrounds are cool. It's just that the IDW worlds don't look very lived in. You know how it is. Anyways, we'll go on to the next one. But thank you, Captain Cold Cuts. All right. Borger. Ian.
Mr. Krabs 459 for $4.99 US. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. 2 hours later, Mr. Popo. Well, you survived the time chamber. Tangle. We sure did except for Wario Mind. Wario. All these squares make a circle all 2 times.
Thank
I
you,
agree.
Mr. Krabs 459. Oh, I agree. Okay, next up, Borger. Mr. Terry Chaos, my friend Mr. Terry Chaos, with the £2. Thank you, Mr. Terry Chaos. Sonic 4 is going to reference MC Hammer, isn't it? Because of the MC Sonic thing from the
Yeah.
Sonic CD artwork.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so silly. He's going to have a little boombox and a chain. Thank you,
Then
Mr.
this
Terry
thing-
Chaos. Borger Tom.
Okay. Mr. Krabs 459 and another $4.99. Thank you. It been confirmed that Red from Angry Birds has semi-voice in the game, which is positive sign of DLC character getting VA. Keep it adding feedback, y'all.
I think keep adding the feedback, but I wouldn't say it's a sign. I think they just
No.
had voice lines ready to go for him. I genuinely think anyone that's not already got them isn't gonna get them. But it's worth asking for anyway. But like, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Thank you,
We'll
Mr.
just let it be
Chaos.
known.
As always,
Yeah.
very generous. Penguin. What this?
Whoa. What about Tom? Oh wait, no,
I
he
just did it.
Okay, sorry.
Keep up,
I'm out of it.
Penguin. Keep up.
Jono with the 5. I believe it's that
Brazilian
5
reals, Frank.
reals?
They're Brazilian reals.
reals. Seeing how much cooler the gimmicks for Pac-Man and Mega Man stages are, random maze layout, Mega Buster, SpongeBob really was just an obligation for them.
I
Kinda
do
feels
like
like it.
Yeah.
the SpongeBob map, but it
Yeah.
is funny when you get to Jellyfish Fields and it's just some jellyfish.
Yeah.
Is
That
your-
one
I can't help but
one
feel like there
episode
should
of
have
like
been like way more with it.
What were you
it's like
gonna
that
say?
one episode. What is it, Mr. Krabs Land or something? And it's everything is just
Krabby Land,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got like
Krabby Land.
the tire and, and the pool.
All I saw was Chibi the Cheapskate.
Okay, we do the next one. Borger. Borger. There you go. Franken, you're up with this one here.
Okay, Mr. SP with the 320 US. Crossroads already had enough Angry Birds.
True.
Because the Babylon
the
Roads.
Babylon
yeah.
Roads.
They're very angry.
Oh, okay.
Sonic exists, wave the swallow, be like, excuse me, get off the track. Borger. Thank you, Mr. SP. Okay, Ian.
All right, let's see here. Mr. Terry Chaos for €2. Thank you, Mr. Terry
No,
Chaos.
where are you at?
Oh, sorry. No, I missed it. My bad. I'm way down here. I missed a lot. Holy
Yeah.
crap. All right, sorry. Captain Cold Cuts. No, wait,
Nope.
Jorno, right?
There you go.
I'm off today. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Jorno for 5 Brazilian Royales. Ariel is the perfect example that Sonic Team can make great models with no excuses, because Sonic Team is the team that handles Puyo, and she looks amazing. I agree.
I mean, I'll bet,
It's okay.
like,
I mean, you
given
could-
the quality of some of these models, I will bet there's people at Sonic Team itching to redo Sonic's
yeah.
model. Absolutely
look at Maria.
itching. Yeah, they want to do it so badly. It's just whether or not Sega are going to commission it.
Guys, it's okay. It's all right. I'm gonna make the new Sonic model. It's all right.
Yes.
I love this
I
bit,
agree.
but I really want it to actually have a payoff. If you don't learn how to make him in Blender, I'm going to be so mad at you. Like, you got to at least do that, at the very least. But yeah, no, like No, but it's fine as it. No, bitch, it's 20 years old. Let's just update it. What's the reason for the pushback? Why not? You know, just
You
get on
sound
with
like
it.
you might need some coffee.
A multi-billion-dollar corporation
re-
alone.
Replace some with a lot.
He's a tired little man. All right. Worker. Okay. So it's me now.
Before you say Dave says he won't allow it. He's not going to allow me to make the new Sonic model. Sorry, we're not getting it then.
Ah, dang
It's
it.
okay, I'll make it.
Are you gonna defy him? He'll be kicked out of the trio.
Well, no, I don't think he's going to be allowed to. He won't allow me to release it, but I'll make it.
Release the Franken model. All right. So I now have to say this out loud. So Captain
You can have
Coldcuts sends 199. I'm quoting Captain Coldcut. Oh, fuck it. I like the foot design of Bubsy's new model. In fact, I, Channel Dog, love the foot design of Bubsy's new model. I just want to lick between those toes. I mean, deep enough, I might as well.
I mean, you did that off the cuff. There was
yeah,
no
yeah,
input
you know,
from
like,
anyone else.
some
You
people listen.
started
Listen.
this.
Some people eat pussy. Some people eat pussy toes, and that's me, bitch.
You're gay for Bubsy.
Yeah, give me those cat toes. Num
No,
num num num.
no,
num.
just for Mole Man.
Do it. Go on, Penguin. Do it.
No one's gay for Mole Man.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, Barker. Tom.
Oh, yes. Mr. SP 3753, member for 1 year. Not $10.
Thank you, Mr. SP.
Bubsy is the kind of game you only play when you don't have any other games to play. It isn't bad enough to be morbidly entertaining and not good enough to be very fun.
So, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric? If we're being honest.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't insult Bubsy like that.
Even I wouldn't say that about Bubsy.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't say that much about Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I just think it's a 4 out of 10 at worst.
That is your opinion. You know what? That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Just
We can
play
all
more
hold our
games,
own.
man. Like, just play, like, I don't know, South Park for the NES or something. You'll see there's plenty worse than Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric.
You're telling
about
me
that?
to play more games? You're
Well,
telling
if
me
you play
to play
more games,
games?
you will definitely find plenty more games
Look,
Man
worse.
I'm
tells
just
you
gonna
to play more
uh,
games and then tells you to play a game that doesn't exist.
There is no South Park for the Nintendo ES.
Oh shit! Yes, the fucking the Nintendo 64.
The Nintendo EAS.
I
The
have played
Nintendo
that.
64.
Except I played the even worse version of that. I played it on the PS1.
The Nintendo 67.
I saw that coming. I was thinking of making the joke myself, but I figured it'd be forced and stupid, so I just let someone more stupid and forced than me say it.
Forces?
There we go.
Is that a Sonic reference?
Exactly.
That's
Thank
me.
you. Thank you, and good
Oh.
night. All right. Well, on to the next one. Penguin, I believe it's your turn, isn't it? Or is it? Or is it my turn?
Yeah.
No, it's
my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn because Tom read the last one. Okay, right, go on.
Yeah.
KB with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, KB. If it's the same Robotnik, I hope his respect for Agent Stone sticks.
Wait,
Yes, I
Styx
agree.
is going to be in it? Oh my god, Dick's out for
Holy
Styx!
shit.
That's
Damn it,
still
Ian
the
Flynn.
Matt Berry's gonna
craziest
voice
thing you've
Styx.
said.
We got it.
It's not as crazy
Still
as
the
it is not as crazy as B Theory.
No, okay, I wasn't there for
I
that.
mean, it's
but
not as amazing
Sure.
as B Theory, but yeah.
Sure.
Everybody likes
Sure.
B Theory. Yeah, I tell you, it has been a hot minute since anyone's heard B Theory.
I like B Theory.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Like, some people saw the vision. It tends to be literally Gen 1 didn't get B Theory, Gen 2 did. I guess that goes to
I've
show I
never-
just surrounded myself with people who get my shit. You've never what,
There you go.
Frank?
Never mind, just go on.
Well, you have never heard B Theory, have you, Frank?
Nope, I have no idea what that is.
There was a very early episode of Sunset City way back when, and it was an episode that was all about NFTs. I think this was episode 4, I want to say. And in it, there was a point where Nick was bringing up that Ian Flynn had mentioned that the Chaos Emeralds would be getting some backstory in an upcoming Sonic project, whether it was going to be a comic or something. So that actually came to be. We saw it with Frontiers and stuff. But I said, fuck an emerald. I want to hear where the rings come from. And then I came up with this theory, this idea, that there are little photorealistic bees in Sonic's ecosystem that low-key don't want to die under Dr. Robotnik. So they fly around in these little circles, and it leaves these little ring trails behind them, and these give Sonic energy and guide him in the right direction. Because I figured it just made sense for the rings to be a product of the ecosystem, and for them to be laid out deliberately by some form of ally that is just trying to guide Sonic in the right direction, because that's why they're in the right direction, and they help him.
Wait, so are these just... So every ring is an individual bee, correct?
No, they're left behind by the bees, right?
Or is it a chain of bees?
It's like, so you could have a bee that flies in 3 loops, so it leaves behind like 3 rings, basically.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
but then you would have to get the rings to rotate.
Well, they just do that because they're magic. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's
just
just 'cause
flies
it's
around a little
magic.
circle, leaves a little gold
Like,
trail
yeah.
behind, and then the gold trail solidifies.
They would
and
spin. Yeah, they would spin to leave the trail, so it looks like a ring. But then they'd also have to rotate on the other axis, so that way
the
because-
ring will do it itself. I mean, the crazy thing is, with the power of animation, I can now bring that to life.
I kind of want to see that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
see?
yeah, you see,
Cool, yeah.
Literally,
effort.
everybody gets it. Everybody gets it now. See, everyone.
Also, it kind of makes Sonic 2 XL make more sense because Sonic gets like more bloated and. It's like,
Okay,
oh, he eats
alright,
them
we're
because
going
they're onion
here.
rings.
Yeah,
No,
you
they're not
get it.
onion rings.
We're
It's
going
just a bunch
here.
of bee stings.
This is the direction we're going to take it, is it?
It's a bunch of
Fat
bee stings.
Sonic.
It's not him eating them.
Oh, jeez. Jeez. See,
All the swelling, it's just the redness.
all right. Okay.
He's in pain.
Just the redness. Sonic is always in major pain. All right. Let's move
Well,
along.
no,
anyways.
Major Pain is a movie.
It's Frank, right?
Yes, I believe so. Border.
And then me.
Let's see. Winter Rain with the $10 super chat, calling it now. The game/movie synergy thing that they do now, the Sonic 3 DLC is going to be Crossworld's second round of DLC. Also, Keanu can pay for them to be voiced to be voiced like how he gave movie to the Matrix BTS.
I'm guessing he paid for some Matrix behind the scenes stuff, maybe. I'm not
Right,
sure.
yeah. I think it was for like some of the crew that were working behind the scenes.
All right. That's much better than Simon Pegg's movie getting cancelled, causing the cost of paying the crew to be put on the UK taxpayers. Yay! I sure do love movie stars that can afford this shit. But
Great, isn't it?
I do think there will be movie stuff in the second year of DLC if it's highly requested, and
There
if
will.
Paramount and Sega, obviously they've got a good relationship. They were able to get it done for Rumble and Shadow Generation, so I have no doubt that we will see some movie stuff come to it.
I
And-
will say I won't be shocked if the movie stuff ends up being in the season pass DLC though.
And I would really love it if we could not just get Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow. Obviously, I want those. If we could get, like, Tom Wachowski in the Waku Waku Sonic Patrol car and Knuckles onesie Wade in a bowling mobile. Again, hate Wade, despise Wade, fucking wake up every morning and wish Wade were dead. But, like, for people that do like that, like, I would, it's all in.
Get some help.
All in, I say. All in. All
Get a
in.
remix of the Flames of Disaster song.
Oh, now we're talking. Imagine actually having a racetrack that's that big bowling alley, but it's got like puppet Iblis and stuff like that, and
Okay, see,
and it's
as
got
much as I don't,
cardboard
as much as I don't
Angel
care for the
Island.
rock opera. That sounds really cool.
like a cardboard Angel Island level that you drive through, but occasionally you drive through like some bowling pins and shit as well.
Again, that entire segment should have just been an all puppet show, no humans.
I would even go so far as to say that entire segment should have just been a YouTube video.
No, I think it's fine for being part of the show because it was the most entertaining part of it.
It was,
aside from
but
episode 1.
I'm also just like, Can we just like make episode 1 a self-contained story and then just put the music video online and be like, look, Michael Bolton, everybody.
Michael Bolton, everyone.
Michael Bolton, everyone.
Also, add Jack Sinclair.
Jack Sinclair on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Jack Sinclair, who should have been Knack, and they should just not have acknowledged the fact that he's a Jaboa. He's like, oh, he's my childhood best friend. He's like, he looks kind of funny. He's like, yeah, he had a skin condition or something. All right, Borger. Next one. Okay, who's up? Is it me? Oh, is it Ian? It's Ian then.
Yeah,
okay.
So Jorno for 5 Brazilian Royales. Thank you, Jorno. Don't think it would be hard to outdo the story of movie 3, especially with better pacing and length, but maybe hard to outdo the visual spectacle. For the visual spectacle, I think if they actually went for it and had Team Sonic like go super, I think that would be incredible, because not just because like, oh wow, like Knuckles and Tails are super again, but like emotionally we have got to be invested in kind of this gang of brothers for this version of the universe. So seeing them all go super together, I think that would be really cool.
It would be lovely. I would love to see any super form outside of the 3 male hedgehogs. In addition, of course, to the 3 male hedgehogs. In addition to sauce. Ian, have you ever seen Kitsch Night? We have a
That's
ritual
another thing
for
to
you.
watch.
Yeah, it's true. You were right to thank us for inviting you back, because we haven't given you the initiation yet, it seems. Okay, right. Once you're initiated, you cannot thank us anymore for having you. Like, if you do that, you're off.
I'm doing that next week.
Any bad manners, any good manners, sorry, will not be tolerated. All good manners will not be tolerated. Okay, right. So
I'll have.
What, Tom?
I need to cut it short for now. I trust you can do the rest of the super chats.
You have to go, do you?
Yeah, for now.
Before you go,
yes.
the weekend will not emerge if you do not usher it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
There wasn't quite enough of a pause. I needed more of a pause.
There was a bit of a pause.
I don't know. It feels like the comedic timing was slightly undercut. Fix it in post. We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Fucking sucks.
All right, fine, Tom. Get out. Farewell.
Goodbye. Goodbye to the chat. Goodbye to everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye to the world. Hello. Hello.
Farewell,
Goodbye.
Mr. Frog.
Yeah.
Right, well, he's now gone. Okay. KB with the $9.99. KB number 1. Thank you, KB. I miss Colleen's Timmy Turner-like charmy voice from the 2010s. Yeah, it was better, I think. That said, I guess it could get grating in a purely audio thing with him being a main character and all, but... I mean, it does more for the integrity of the character to keep the voice the same overall, now that I think about it. Like, there was a time when I was rooting for the deeper voices of Frontiers, but I am like... If you're changing the voices to match a certain tone or medium, that is kind of harming the integrity of the character. It's why... They don't have tons of different Kermit the Frogs all at once, you know, they always have one at a time because they want it to feel real. Even though, like, no offense to the current guy, he doesn't sound correct in my opinion. But, like, people often forget you're not just doing the voice, you gotta be a good puppeteer as well, you know?
Right. I will say that was the one thing that I kind of missed when when I was playing Forces and I heard, like, Charmy, I was like, honestly, like, yeah, this... much better. I think I just don't like hearing Tails with a very similar... I don't know, it sounds like his voice is being strained.
I just want them to try something else other than the high-pitched voice for the kid characters, because I think it works for Tails, because Tails, they've really carved out what that voice is. Cream sounds stupid. I'm going to say it. Cream has never sounded good in English. Thank you, Mr. Sonic! It sounds like someone making fun of a kid. It sounds like
an old woman.
Yeah, like, it sounds terrible.
They do the voice and then afterwards, that's what you sound like. That's you.
Yeah, it really, like, it's like a kid being like, hey, Mom, can I have a bar of chocolate? Of course you can have a bar of chocolate for being such a polite kid. That's how Cream talks.
It's the guy from 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, Whitey from 8.
Oh, God, it is, yeah.
Eleanor!
Oh, no.
Like, I just get, like, fucking Charmy in Sonic X. Well, like, I'm talking about Cream right now, but, like, Charmy in Sonic X doesn't have a massively high voice. It has a kid voice, but it's not like a massively high sort of thing. It's more sort of like, hey there, I'm Charmy B, what's going on, kind of deal.
I actually like Charmy's voice in Sonic X.
I'm referring to Japanese Sonic X, by the way.
No, but even the English dub, I kind of like it. He sounds like a gremlin.
Okay, yeah, gremlin coded Charmy is a little better.
Yeah, I mean he's tiny, so he's got to be a gremlin.
He's a little guy. He's got ADHD.
I think I think it's become more noticeable in case files because he just could not put 2 and 2 together.
He's fucking okay. ADHD doesn't make you stupid, Frank.
Not like that. I mean, like it seems like you ever have somebody ask you to do something, but like you're kind of like your mind is kind of wandering, so you're not exactly 100%.
No,
focused
Frank,
on it.
I don't have that kind of ADHD. Remember, I have the godlike power ADHD. The hyperactive one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not one of those that's like,
on me.
I'm too tired to listen to the instructions. I'm more of a,
Oh.
no, I will
bring
not
the
do the
whistle.
instructions. Instead, I will make a silly noise kind of ADHD.
All right, way to flex on me on that one.
Yeah, you need to be flexed on, to be honest. Like, it's how your brain chooses to interpret a low dopamine level. And, like, if your brain decides I'm going to turn into a walking skill issue and my brain decides I'm going to be the funniest fucker in the world, like, what can I say? I'm just better than you, dude.
Well, I mean, unless it comes to playing Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, because like a better person, I enjoy better games. Like...
So do I, which is why I don't care for Sonic Frontiers.
Well, I play good games
I have
like
just attacked
Bubsy.
multiple people at once.
Right, that's it, Frank. That's it. That's it. Punishment. Right, we're going to move on to the next one because there's too much dead air and I'm getting uncomfortable. So, Borger.
Make
Penguin,
it more
you're up.
uncomfortable. More dead air.
Don't stop it. Penguin, please. This one.
Joe Madre, 3902 with the $5 super chat. Thank you. I can't believe they had the balls to permanently kill off Eggman in an audio drama. Frontiers 2 is really going to be a new frontier.
Fucking radio DJ Penguin has returned.
DJ Pengu.
That's alright.
Oh, we have a problem. Every click I make is registering as a right click, meaning it's very difficult for me to fucking see what I'm doing. Alright, no worries. Orger. But yeah, thank you, Joe Madre. Yeah, he's dead. I mean, if fall damage existed in the Sonic universe, he'd be dead.
Right.
But he's had worse falls.
I mean, yeah, it was like Sonic Adventure. Like he got sent flying by chaos.
Unleashed, he got flung out of the core of the Earth, just as Sonic did, and was fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I think he'll be fine.
And in Generations, he was lost in white space.
And in Sonic Lost World, Sonic basically sent him plummeting from the Lost Hex to Earth. And all that happened was he lost a bit of his moustache. How does that work? I don't know. Sonic Lost World's logic is if you fall, you lose moustache hair on one side.
He'll be alright.
That's right.
Oh, no, it's because a rabbit ate it, I remember. Okay, my bad. I'm just slinging shit at it for no reason. It's got bitch-eating cracker syndrome. Okay, Borger. No, wait, we done that one. I'm getting lost. I'm tired, I'm
KB
sorry.
with the $1.99. I'm really hyped for more Sonic Presents series. Honestly, yeah, I'm curious to see what they'll do next if they decide to keep going with this.
I feel like this feels like in a way, a spiritual successor to Murder of Sonic, where it's like we ventured into a new medium and we focused on other characters outside of like the main ones and stuff like that, which has been nice because like Murder focused on like Tails, Amy, and what's like the accepted Barry the Quacker?
Barry.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him named Andrew Tate at the time just because it was like the funny thing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I was just thinking of
It
that
was the
sparkling
funny thing.
water. I wasn't in the manosphere. I was doing it out of mockery.
I know.
All right, cool.
I don't know.
We're on the same page, bitch. All right. Next one, Borger, is Ian. Yes, you're up to read now, Ian. You're up to read. You do a lot of
Alrighty,
reading, eh, nerd?
Yeah. Jorno for 5 Brazilian reals. Thank you, Jorno. I like Superstars, though I think it should have been handled. It should have handled bosses like Rush, where they're separate acts, so they have better pacing. Rush is another with bad bosses. Yeah, no, I agree.
enough.
Where just make it its own separate
yeah.
thing, so I don't have to play it ever again.
It would definitely help the pacing of it. And also, not to mention, Rush had the normal difficulty where you could just reduce the amount of hits. And like, look, everyone's going to make fun of me for being an unskilled player. You know what? Fuck you guys. I've got better things to do than develop skills in gaming. I'm going to develop skills in Blender instead and actually sell things, you bitches. Well, anyways, Sonic Rush, yeah, I turned the difficulty down to medium because I don't want to hit the boss fucking 6 times. I'd much rather hit it 3 times because the bosses are arse as is in Sonic Rush.
You mean easy?
They're shit. They're fucking shit, is what the boss is.
No, I'm saying
mode?
you mean easy mode.
All right, sure. Then
There's
I
only
went
easy
to-
and normal.
All right, then I went
Yeah.
for easy. Wow, I'm subnormal for playing it late. Anyways, like if Superstars had an easy mode, I'd choose it. Like if it shortened the bosses easily. Fuck Pride. I'm gonna, as in Pride, as in the notion of it, not the
The
no,
the whole like
no,
gamer
no,
thing.
It has nothing
The
to
whole
do
gamer
with
thing, you know.
Gamer Pride. Yeah,
It-
not
it-
not.
It's basically the thing like the 40-year-old gamers or like the NES era gamers would like. I feel their entire self-worth is on like how good they are at an old NES or Sega Genesis game.
Yeah, like when
That's-
the
Oh, you know,
Klonoa-
Dark Souls players.
When the
Or Dark
Klonoa
Souls
Fantasy
players.
Reverie series dropped, like, look, Klonoa's not really even a difficult game, to be honest. But, like, I put it on easy mode because I just don't like game overs, and I don't like the idea of game overs. Like, I kind of dread
Okay.
them enough
I
that it
mean-
kind of sets a different tone.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. It's fine.
Especially if they
I
give you the
think
option
if you
to do
if
it.
you buy a
Yeah.
game, you have nothing to prove to anyone else except for just wanting to enjoy it. You got nothing to prove.
Yeah, and, like, maybe,
And
like,
to be honest, like
your intense
as someone
military
who's-
dad or something.
Yeah, like some
I'm
people
gonna be
do
honest,
prefer
as
that
someone
challenge,
who
like
needs
myself.
it-
But like, if you're just playing the game just to enjoy it,
Like, that's why I don't play the
Okay.
Legends competition, even though I'm qualified, is because it's like, fuck that.
What were we
Yeah,
gonna say,
but here's
Pigman?
the thing as well. I was going to say, as someone who, like, in my case as well, needs this a lot of the time, accessibility of any kind is always, you know, I'm always happy for that for anyone, because when you buy the game, you want to experience everything that's in it.
yes.
So, you know, doesn't matter what difficulty you play.
Yeah, you don't want to
As
get
long
like
as you get to
deterred, you know,
play
and
it.
like that's the thing
Yeah.
is I find game overs are enough to deter me sometimes. Like there are people that get a game over and see us, oh, I feel motivated to go on. I see game over, I'm like, well, I guess the game's over then, and I get up and go. Like that's
My stance
my
is it's always about options. Like if just
Yes.
give the option, you know.
yeah, absolutely give the option. I think there should be more goodies involved for people that do want to play on hard, like little rewards for it and stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, and I also really don't like when games will be like, "Hey, we see you're struggling. You can just easily click this button and make it easier." It's like I
Oh,
chose my
hate
path.
that.
Don't placate me.
Yeah, the
Um,
only time I kind of, I guess, found things okay was when I first played Frontiers' original final boss against the end with the pew 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 gameplay. I couldn't make heads or tails of like what the hurt box on the Supreme Titan thing was. That bit where the lasers always get you and stuff. Like I didn't realize you could just go to the bottom of the screen, just sit there for a bit. So I kept getting caught up in these fucking lasers. And eventually I died so many times that it started adding additional lives on. And this wasn't something you could just choose. It was just something it would just slowly but surely do. And while I get feeling a bit patronized by it, I was also like, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little grateful for this because it means that I'm at least going to be able to get through it on this sitting.
I think.
I
that-
mean,
I mean more
what
so.
I
it really
feel
depends
is
on, like,
the option.
patronizing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was
While
going
in
to say
some
what
ga-
I feel is patronizing is do you remember the checkpoint wing in Lost World and how easy it could be to like
Oh, that,
Oh,
yeah.
into it?
But that was also, like, down to the fact, like, Lost World, all of your levels are just extended bottomless pits. It's like, if you're at the point where you're putting a fucking wing cap in the game to bypass hard bits, maybe reevaluate your, difficulty balancing.
I don't necessarily agree with that because then there are games like Super Mario 3D World which also include the same thing. They give you
True, but
instead of a wing, like they give you the gold tanuki, which gives you invincibility and lets you just go through the rest of the level.
but you're still
Or-
actually
Yeah, but you can
playing it.
play
You're
the
not
level.
just-
That's
yeah,
the difference
you're
between
still-
3D World and Lost World.
you're still
or
interacting
Donkey Kong
with it.
Country or Donkey Kong Country Returns, where the appeal is like the higher difficulty platforming, but for some, they might find it to be too difficult in like maybe a certain level. They do have something that if you do die a couple times, you could just there's a checkpoint. You can press a button. I forgot which one, and then you could just go over to the next checkpoint.
I think the thing with Lost World was that it, I guess, drew attention to the weaknesses in the level design. I have a philosophy
Yes.
when it comes to Sonic level design. If you got a bottomless pit, put a spike bed there instead. Bottomless
Don't always
pits are
agree,
just
but
lazy. Like, they're lazy.
I don't necessarily.
There's only one
I don't
instance.
agree all the time on that.
There's only one instance where I think it's more justified, is like if it's a very occasional thing and it's a feature of the level. So, for example, Sky Sanctuary or something along those lines, where like it's Sky themed, fine.
Yeah.
But I think in the case of like the Sonic Superstars has like parts where it's just like you're at the bottom of the cyberstation and it's just like there's like inexplicably a bottomless pit just there, and it's like
What's that one?
that's just
what is it,
lazy
the
lazy
third
level
zone?
design.
It was like third or fourth zone. Oh, it's like the third zone in the game where, like, at the very beginning, there's like 2 bottomless pits early on.
Yeah, that's Sky Temple.
I think that's like, location-wise, yeah, that makes sense, but it's like that is a little harsh for that early in the level.
But the other thing is, most classic Sonic games were above that. Like, when you look at classic Sonic games, the only times you'd ever see, like, a bottomless pit in a level was if it was something like Wing Fortress. They'd usually opt for spike beds or other traps or stuff like that because they had imagination.
Or crushing
Actually,
you.
no.
Yeah.
There are more bottomless pits than you think. It's just you have to kind of go out of your way to never make it to the top route to see them.
That, and also,
think
like,
that's
it's not
okay.
like Superstars where it kind of leaned into it a bit more. And, I mean, worse than Superstars is Sonic Rush. And then you've got things like Sonic Heroes where once you get past Seaside Hill, everything is suspended above a bottomless pit. You've got Sonic Lost World, where for the majority of the game,
Advanced
there is
too.
a bottomless pit. Yeah, Advanced. The Dimps games were famous for that shit. And it wasn't just that it blindsided you, it's that Sonic is generally, for the most part, above bottomless pits.
I think for Sonic Lost World, it was just very weak level design. Because the classic games have shown that you can include bottomless pits and not have it expose exactly how not so great your levels are. Because, like, again, like I was saying, at the very least with like the 2D games or at least classic Sonic games, it would make the most sense if it's only on the bottom path, as opposed to having like that makes the most sense logically. It's just eventually you're going to figure out, oh, hey, maybe I should just go a little bit higher and I won't have to worry about falling off and just falling into a pit.
The thing that bugged me
So,
about Lost World as well, though...
I think that would help with teaching the player.
The thing that bugged me about Lost World as well, though, is it's usually the Act 1 stages in the Wii U console version and not 3DS, because 3DS version is irredeemable piece of garbage. Like, I actually kind of liked when it had, like, you'd have, like, a tubular level, and if you took, like, the top path, it's just kind of fairly linear, but if you decide to dig around, you can go on the underside, you can find, like, a bridge, or find something you can parkour onto, you can find a tree, climb up that, get a bell out of it, and stuff like that. There was lots to kind of dig around in those very cylindrical levels, but then, like, your next act will be a fucking 2D busywork stage where you gotta find a switch or some shit, then you'll get a rail grinding challenge, then you'll get a fucking, something based around, I don't know, a bottomless pit and shit. And it's way worse with the 3DS version, because, like, okay, the tutorial stage has you play as Sonic. For the rest, you're either in 2D or you're a Wisp. Or you're doing a puzzle that involves pushing a melon around where you've got enemies behind you and no camera control. What the fuck? Who the fuck? Like, get that out of here. Like,
I will say this. I prefer the grinding levels over the level 2s. Oh, you got to go and find a thing, hit a switch, or move like a piece of fruit so you can go to the next segment. Like, I prefer the grind levels over that, because at the very least, you have a little more control of your speed, and you're not just waiting.
and I'm seeing, like, some people saying, oh, Lost World is good on 3DS. No. Like, I'm never going to agree with that. I think I do agree with Dylan when he says the controls are better. Because they are
Yes.
better. The spin dash is better. The parkour is better. The general controls of Sonic in the 3DS version are better. But what fucking good is better controls if you've got some of the absolute worst level design in the entire fucking franchise? And I mean that. Like, in Sonic Lost World 3DS, you've got the first level, which is really promising. Then as soon as you get past the tutorial, you're roadblocked by this big fuck-off centipede thing that takes way longer than it has any business being defeated. Now, admittedly, you can bypass that on the first level. You can just fucking go to the other side. But they eventually start making them mandatory to open up little things, to open up switches, to open up the ways, and it's boring, and it's shitty, and the levels take around 20 minutes sometimes, and I hate it. I think it's an absolute dumpster fire.
Every once in a while, you'll get like a level that'll let you pick where you want to go. It's usually the first level of every zone. But eventually it's like, go down this very linear path, and there's not much deviation from it. Unless you want to make the game more difficult for yourself with our garbage parkour system, which barely works. Or if it does work, it's not that interesting.
Well, the thing with the... Like, you could 100% Sonic Lost World on the Wii U and still wonder how the fuck the parkour system works. Like, it's not like...
I know how to... The only thing I know is how to climb up. Going from like side to like running along the walls, like that's still a mystery to me, and I've beaten the game 3 times.
Also, just quickly, just to jump off of Anne's point for a second, where he says, like, I can't see the level design being considered some of the worst, but I do respect your opinion as a fellow creature of this earth. I do like that.
Creatures of the earth.
I love that. That's like the most basic reason to respect an opinion. But like, what I would say is like, these level designs wouldn't be too bad in a non-speed-based platformer. In a Mario game and stuff, pushing these watermelons and snowballs around and stuff could be okay.
Still
especially
boring.
Especially if you've got camera control and stuff. But the problem is, with Sonic Lost World 3DS, the running levels, where you're actually like running and going fast and doing Sonic things, are the tutorial stage. And if otherwise, it's just going to be in 2D. And the 2D stuff sucks butts because there's no momentum in Lost World's 2D. Don't. Thank you. Anyways.
There it is.
Your joke stinks.
Use deodorant, man.
Piece of shit. All right, next one. We're gonna do the next super chat. Okay, so Borger. Who's actually up next?
Thought I went.
Okay, then it will be me. Also, if you went, just don't forget to like mop it up a little bit, okay? I don't want it stinking up the place. Okay, so Winter Rain 1 with the $5. Thank you, Winter Rain. Any mention of the His World leitmotif at the end of the Sonic 4 teaser? People think Silver might be on the table because of that. I do hear what people mean, but I don't think that's the intention. I think that is just them rising it up into like tension, basically.
Oh yeah. People have pointed out that's just a normal chord. Like it's, the dun 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 dun. Like that's not a special thing that only Sonic 06 came up with,
Yeah, no, there's so many trailers and other, like whenever they do some kind of orchestral version of a song, like they'll pull that off for like.
If anything, I think it was teaser or trailer 2 for Sonic 3.
So I think if
anything, had a track that sounded a bit more like His World in it. I think I recall. In this case, yeah, it's a perfectly common chord progression. Maybe it's a tiny little reference, maybe. But
you know what?
Like,
I mean, I do think Silver is next. I think he has to be. He's the
hedgehog. He's the hedgehog fella.
And if you
always
introduce
say-
time travel in 4, then
Yes.
he's going to be the first thing you think of.
Yeah.
I will say this: if that if I won't say no to it. Like there might be something from 06. Always keep it in the realm of possibility.
Also, Dylan, it will make him very happy because he loves his Silver.
Silver's a trash can.
Not very nice, is it?
That is also the character who is yet to kind of get a major thing this year that I'm excited for. Where at the beginning of the year there was that I think it was the producer guy who was like,
Shun Nakamura.
Happy... Yeah, he was like, happy 30th anniversary to Sonic, and also Mephiles, and also Infinite, and also Silver. Teehee.
Well, what's happening with
Sonic
Mephiles then?
Well, I'm guessing
Sonic
we'll get some for
Silver
him too.
Lost World. Oh, imagine a game called Silver Lost World. That's really fucked up.
You could do You could do
Oh,
Sonic X
God.
Silver Unleashed, but I'd rather have Sonic X Knuckles Unleashed.
Ooh. Sonic X Silver Unleashed sounds badass.
I mean, you could kind of have, like, a combination of, like, the speed elements of the daytime stages and some of the more puzzly elements of the Werehog and then kind of build that into Silver. But I feel like you could also build some of the Werehog's combat into Knuckles, but give him the speed of kind of regular Sonic minus the boost.
Remember Knuckles' 30th celebration? I'd like to forget about it.
To be fair,
Oh, you mean the year
movie
of Shadow?
movie 3 did... I know that Shadow's kind of the focus, but... Knuckles was kind of the MVP in that movie. He was talking Sonic down. He was in the right in the argument.
Knuckles.
Yeah,
Yes.
like he'd had
He literally
rough
saves
year.
them at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Yes,
because like
it does do Knuckles a lot of good in that movie.
because the Knuckles TV series was a turd. The
I'm gonna
Knuckles.
say this.
Go on.
I commend you for giving it a shot to try to like cut down that show.
We've already we don't need to.
Yeah,
we don't need to look
hey,
on the
you know
bright
what? I will
side.
say, first half of it much stronger.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I actually was kind of having fun with the first half, but like once it got to the back half, I was like, God, there really is no saving this.
Yeah.
Also, guys, I hate to bring this up real quick, but I might have to head out just
No worries.
for a bit. So if you guys are still on the call, I know the show will end at that point, but if you guys are still here, I'll try and hop back in.
You
All right,
got it,
Just gotta
Penguin.
go. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.
Take it easy,
Yep.
my son. All
I
right.
just didn't want to read any more super chats.
I
Shit,
mean-
I'm next.
Yeah, that means you're next, Franken. Burger.
Mr. Krabs with the $1.99. I hope movie 4 Eggman is more ruthless and cruel. Except
Interesting.
Agent Stone.
Yeah, except for agents. Yeah, that's the one night.
Unless this is a different Eggman. Alternate dimensions. You never know.
I so just want it to be the main Eggman because I just hate Russian doll storytelling so much. There's that bit in Marvel's What If where like Natasha's like, my world was destroyed, and the Watcher's like, oh, I can send you to a universe that lost there, Natasha. And she goes through, and the first thing
And that's
that
why
Nick,
it's called What If.
and the first thing that Nick Fury says is, "You're not my Natasha, but I think you'll do fine." And it's like, why did he even know she's from another universe? Like, why is he just like, "You're not mine"? Should he not be like, Natasha, what are you doing here? But like, What If is so shit that it's just put me off of Russian doll storytelling. Like, I just,
Okay. You know what? That's a fair
it
point.
devalues the character that came before. It harms the integrity of it. There should just be one Robotnik, in my opinion. Just the one. He is the guy. The Robo
God, I
Robotnik
just
shit was
had-
kind of cool, though, because he was a robot, at least. Like, if he's a robot, I won't be as mad.
I just thought about this.
Go on.
Metal Sonic was built by Robotnik between the events of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Don't
So
know
I-
how. Not going to explain that one because I wouldn't be able to figure that out.
Well, before
I'll
Sonic
let them fill
3...
in.
Before Sonic 3 released, I actually came up with an idea for a video. Fuck's sake. I came up with a video that came up with ideas.
We're YouTube brained.
Came up with a video that went through ideas of how to like expand the Sonic universe if Jim Carrey didn't want to return. And in it, the idea was that like Silver would like kind of travel back in time to warn Sonic about Metal Sonic and stuff like that. But that Metal Sonic is building the Death Egg to create like this sort of crucible that the new Robotnik robot body can basically emerge from aboard the Death Egg, basically. And like he's kind of Robotnik's final will and testament. Robotnik gave him life, so he will restore Robotnik's life. And then the idea was like once Robotnik's back, his first order of business, get revenge on Sonic, fuck up his own planet, and infest it with robots.
You know what's funny? Like I had nothing close to that. My idea would have been like Metal Sonic is just Robotnik was so obsessed with Sonic between the first and second movie, somehow had the means to build a replica, which would be Metal Sonic, and then once he and Knuckles left through the ring in movie 2, I don't know. I guess that Metal Sonic would just try to hunt down the original Sonic, but has no rings on of his own until the end of Sonic 3.
You just know there's going to be a scene in there where, like, Metal Sonic successfully does a mission. I don't know, he kidnaps someone or some shit. And Robotnik's proud of it. And Robotnik's proud of him. And he just starts kissing him and stuff, just like gently, so like, oh, I love you so much, my son. Meanwhile, Sonic's just watching as Robotnik is just like being very affectionate to this thing that resembles him.
They'll be like, awkward. Do we need to go?
Dude.
He would totally do that.
Hey, nice love doll, egg face, but I'm right here.
Okay.
You can get
That would
the
actually-
real head Jussie right here.
But Jesus Christ. But the other thing is that because he's kind of ditched Metal Sonic is going to be ruthless towards Eggman as well. Going to try to destroy Sonic because that was basically that's who he was based on, and then because he was neglected by Eggman, attacks him too. So you can still write Eggman as less ruthless than in Sonic 3 and still have someone have a motive that is related to everything else.
Yeah, I definitely should let you finish your sentence. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Hell yeah. All right. No, I like the concept. All right, we'll move on to the next one, I think. Borker. Ian, is it your turn?
I think so. KB for $1.99 US dollars. Thank you, KB. Gotta say, I love Obliva's redesign in Bubsy 30. I do not know who this is.
Oblivia.
Nope.
Oblivia.
Nope. Oh.
That's funny. Oblivia.
I'm
Bubsy.
oblivious to this character.
It sounds like a lady name. Let's see how. Oh, she's kind of cute. Let's have a look in Bubsy 40. Oh. I mean, it's the same art style as Bubsy himself, so I'm not a fan myself, but I can see where you're coming from. I just prefer the OG one, just a more simple design. All right.
Oh, okay. That's the character. Okay.
Okay. Borker. Okay. Mr. Krabs.
Oh, she's Bubsy's love interest.
I see. So you mean to tell me that Bubsy's getting more action than me? Another fucking character to add to the stack.
Unrelatable.
Yeah,
And that's
this is-
why Pup hates him.
This is why I like Sonic, is like he outright like
Cat girls are peak.
he just doesn't know
I
what
mean,
he's
why do
doing.
you think they market so many like cat ear headphones?
All right, that's enough, Frank. Enough of you knowing how the internet works.
No
Okay.
more internet for me.
And we're into it for Frank, and he's thinking about cat ears. So finally, Mr. Krabs
Be a fake
459. This is the last super chat we will read today. The super chat cutoff is active. Anything else will be read beginning of next episode. But it's always just best to wait for the next episode anyway. That way, there's no risk of like any forgetting or anything. But Mr. Krabs 459, thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat. What's your ideal DLC pack 2 for Crossworld? For me, it would be Banjo, Zootopia. Yes, Disney and Sega are on good terms. Ratchet and Clank, and the last two are a toss-up. Okay. I'll probably just say just one little thing, just like one character I'd like to see, just because it's very late and stuff like that. I'm very tired. Lanoa. There.
It's not happening.
Okay, fine. The Freedom Fighters. Sticks. Dicks out for sticks.
Okay, you
Yeah.
know what? Fine. Let's just get Klonoa then.
What do you want, Frank? What do you actually want?
I want the K-pop Demon Hunters. Actually, no. If I really wanted to pick something, think what character?
You know, Klonoa is
character would make sense?
technically a Sonic character because my sister came to me
Not
with the
really.
theory that Klonoa was the son of Sonic and Tails, and I was like, Tails is a little boy, and she was like, yeah, but like, and I was like, there's no buts about this, Bex.
I mean, the characters have butts.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I don't have anything. Puppet Tom. Sure.
Puppet, Tiny Tom. Yeah,
I
Donut
would
Lord
like
can have a
Jim
donut
Bot-
card.
I
Sorry,
want Jim Botnick. There you
Jim
go.
Bartnick. Yeah, put him in the Sonic 2 Eggmobile.
Oh yeah, especially and with the Sonic 2 design, I love that design.
Yeah, the Sonic 2 design was the best one in my opinion. I would have totally gone for the Sonic 3 design had it not had all that fucking spaghetti lining all over it. Like, way to
would
do it again, Hollywood.
I would do a wave 2 of Mega Man characters, but this time Mega Man X or Mega Man 0. Actually, no. Battle Network.
Blech. All
So
right.
you have Mega Man EXE and maybe Roll.exe. Finally get Roll in the game somehow. Or Mega Man Volnut and Tron from the Legend series.
Scratch and Grounder. Just Scratch with coconuts on his shoulders while he holds on to Grounder, who is the vehicle. And they're just holding on for dear life.
That's
And the
actually not
entire
that
time,
bad.
Scratch is just screaming. They're just, ah! Just the whole time.
He does the laugh when he does tricks.
Yeah, he's like, ha 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 ha!
And anybody who does like 3D, anybody who does 3D models, we have an idea for a Sonic Racing Crossworlds mod.
Bitch, I'm literally right here, yo.
Anybody?
Okay. He wants a good modeler, I see. He wants one of the good ones. Alright, fine. Okay. Alright. The episode is completely and totally entirely over. We will not be doing any more today. Tom does nothing. But on his Twitter, he does art, so you can look at that. But, like, on YouTube, he's totally inactive these days. What a fucking waste. Dick. And then Penguin, he's always doing stuff. He's streaming and stuff. Just look at his animation show reel, though, man. Like, his animations it's just like how you remember them. Like, it's just like how you remember cartoons looking.
Check out his social media accounts, Blue Sky, Twitter. That's Penguin, just...
I would love him to lean more into, like, the animation education stuff, because, like, when I've watched his processes, I've been like, wow, you are a maniac for being willing to put all this time and effort into this. This is crazy.
Wasn't it, like, just for an animatic he was working on? And
Yeah,
it was,
but, like...
It looked so good.
There's literal fucking magic. I remember, like, the Angry Beavers animatic, not even animatic, the Angry Beavers animation he did. And, like, it looked straight up like an animation cell. It had that slight soft edge to it. The background's, like, painted. It had that little grain to it as well. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, you got to
Good
check
stuff.
out the stuff that Penguin makes in Toon Boom, because it is truly spectacular. And on that note, Ian, what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Ian Waffles. I don't do anything, but I hang out with you guys, and I'm a part of the team now, I guess. Thank you for having me.
I guess you've been installed ages ago. You've been on the show longer than Trey at this point.
Funny.
Slight exaggeration. No, it's a slight exaggeration. It's a big exaggeration. It's an exaggeration. No, Trey's stint was actually quite... He was here for a good time, not a long time. Okay.
Yeah,
I think
we enjoyed having him here.
he would say that too. That is exactly how he'd word it. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, we enjoyed having him here.
Yeah.
Good friend of the show. Good friend of all of us.
Nah, things haven't been the same since he left, actually. We're not on the same good terms, so... Yeah, things are kind of
that's
fizzled.
a you problem, I guess.
We don't... What? You guys have been surfing on the rings of Saturn again, haven't you, without me?
I mean, we're playing Burning Rangers, so... I
I
mean,
wanna
individually,
play
because
Burning
it's a one-player
Rangers.
game. Yeah, totally.
All right, well, okay. Frank, what are you up to?
I am currently working on I said I wasn't going to do a challenge video for the channel, but I came up with one that I could do, and it's almost done. I just have to edit it. I'll do that over the weekend. And originally, I was going to finish my Zelda video, but with the whole Mega Man talk and everything, and I kind of went through the first 3 games, I have a couple more things I wanted to say on a review that I put out about 4 years ago when I was first getting into the classic Mega Man content. So I think I'll put that out in the next couple of days, and hopefully it'll be out by the time Crossworlds Festival, or at least when the DLC drops. So that can be found on youtube.com/gottobefrank, and then the challenge video is going to be on Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles. And aside from that, on my Twitch, I'm going to be streaming Pokemon Fire Red later today, and then next week I'm going to do Mega Man and Sonic related stuff. So I'll play something. Obviously, I'm gonna play some Sonic Rumble on Wednesday and give away some Red Star Ring codes. I have like 3 left over. As for Mega Man games, I don't know what I'm gonna play. So I don't know. I guess it's whatever I'm into. I might keep it classic Mega Man just because that's the kind of Mega Man that we're getting for Crossworlds, and then obviously the festival next week. Buy the Star Force Legacy collection. Comes out next Friday. It's gonna be pretty cool. Channel Pup, Channel Dog, what are you up to?
Well, I got a little tutorial on how to get red rings super easy in Sonic Rumble, and I'm going to tell you the secret right now. Eat a lot of chili. Eat a lot of chili, and you'll get red rings in no time.
We're talking about red rings in the game, not red rings. Never mind.
And that's all I got. I got a video up about the new Spider-Man trailer, which is awesome. And there'll be more. There'll be a full review of the Chaotix case files. And in it, I will make it as clear as I did today. Get off of your phone, look at me for a second, that I really liked it. And the criticisms I have don't in any way ruin it. It's just, it's worth pointing out. Hey, you paying attention? Yeah. Let me see you look at that fucking TikTok ever again. We're going to need something that will get... I feel like the skeleton should just always be up. Like, that will just be the way. But, again, I can't deal with that much cortisol. So, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's we. Hell yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.